You know, one of these days, I'm actually going to get the start right for once.
Streamer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are we live?
I absent-mindedly hit my stream deck and took the stream to my home screen for a second.
Yeah, I did. I saw that. That was funny.
I'm like, hell.
Whoopsie daisy.
Professional streamer.
You have another text message.
Thanks.
Shadow Fox will be here soon. He's just finishing up dinner.
Okay.
Well, tell him to do it faster.
I mean, he can hear you guys on his headset. He's got a Bluetooth headset, so he can hear everything.
Oh, okay. I was telling him he's he's a beautiful thing. He's got a nice face. I want to lick it.
How have you guys been?
I've been good.
Been all right.
I'm busy.
Uh,
I'm now the only guy on my team, and went from a team of 2 plus manager to a team of me plus a manager. So,
Brown, you beautiful son of a bitch!
and,
Don't
I
tempt
love
me.
you
I will lick
too!
and
I
there's
will lick the shit out of your face.
yay!
as far as I know,
Oh
there's,
I gotta
my.
clean up first.
there's
It's kind of
currently
gross.
there's currently no plans to replace the headcount we lost. So pretty much it's gonna be.
I
gonna
am
be-
the
it's
team.
gonna- I am the team, and we're in the middle of like we're at the end of a production run, so we have 4 weeks to finish testing for 1.5 more cards. Yay!
Look, you just gotta take the team. You just gotta put them on your back.
Carry them.
Just carry the company. You got this.
Carry the company. Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? So I saw some of you yesterday.
I didn't do it. Oh,
Wow,
okay.
when Zorro decided that she was going to try to cook us with flamethrowers.
Oh, that was epic.
I didn't mean to roll so high 2 times.
I was super quiet in chat because I was doing other stuff. But let me tell you, you guys on Monday as my white noise was like so fucking awesome because every 10 minutes was just like Zorro squealing because she's like, how do I not kill you?
I'm just like, ooh! I rolled all 6s and 5s on this 4d6. Ooh!
I'm like, oh my god, I love it.
Well, that's what happens when you roll 46 against a level 1.
And I felt bad because I'm like, I'm gonna make
That's
a
what
little
happens
beefy.
when you roll anything against a level 1.
Yeah, I was just like, well, because I beefed up a couple of them because I'm like, okay, these are super weak. You all have shields, they have shields, so it's gonna like take a little bit to hit harder. And I was like, oh, 10 HP, that's stupid. I'm gonna make it like 20. And I mean, you guys still annihilate stuff, but it's just like, I'm just gonna beef it up just a little bit because the shields just beef everything. But yeah, and then when I saw the flamethrower guy, and it's a legit Blue Sun's pyro, and I was like, oh shit, it's a one-trick pony. Oh, that's all he can do. Oh, high roll. That's all he can do. Oh.
To be fair,
I still think we should have talked to that guy. Just putting that out there.
D&D
killing
at
shit.
level 1, everything is either feels incredibly underpowered or you're going, oh god, I'm gonna kill somebody.
That's why, like, it
There's
was
no
funny
middle
too
ground.
because everyone keeps obliterating stuff, and then I thought it was funny, and I forgot to tell Fox this yesterday, where Vera's just like, aren't we supposed to talk to the Blue Suns? And yet the very next Blue Sun they see, she just like stabs
Okay,
Pop. I'm
there
like,
was a reason for
all
that,
right.
though. There was a reason for that. So that guy, in his token, he was a Batarian. I didn't actually ask if he was or not. I
He
just
was a Batarian.
assumed.
He was.
She was injured by a Batarian.
Oh.
So
she just
she has a
kills
bit of a
all
grudge.
Batarians now.
So her personal feelings overtook the mission.
Yes.
That's what you're telling me.
Which is a big no-no for a Turian, but
Is that what you would consider your character flaw?
it is now.
Look,
Edit humans.
yeah, my mission is kill a guy. So you know what? I'm still within mission parameters.
That's true. Krogan train, that was great. Yesterday was fun.
Keep killing guys until you hit the right one.
Yep.
There was a lot of good cooperation in battle yesterday. I was quite
I'm
surprised.
proud of you all. It was good. I thought you guys would like bicker and fight, kind of like what we did on Blood on the Grave. But you know what? You guys are coming together nicely.
Wisp,
Well-
yeah, we started yesterday was episode 2.
The episode literally just uploaded like 2 minutes ago because for some weird reason it takes 3 hours to upload.
Thanks,
Yay.
So it
YouTube.
literally just uploaded.
Yay!
Oh, so you guys ready for tonight?
No, yes. I get to blow things up again.
As long as I don't have to do the encounter rolls, we should be fine.
Tickles can roll them.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I can't say that because it's the fate of the dice, and we've all had our ups and downs with them. So I really can't blame anyone.
I just like rolling dice. It's nice now.
Ugh, clickety clack, math rocks.
Yep. Clickety clackety, I roll to attackety.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, last we left off,
I didn't do it.
the group continued to head south through the grasslands of the Far Reach, slowly but surely making their way towards the home of Landon and grandmother. Unfortunately, fate seemed to be against them as they encountered an ancient wind dragon, known in the region only as the King. The dragon at first attempted to make you pay a toll in order to have safe passage across the grasslands. Tickles decided at the convincing of Rose that the group can take him.
No, not convincing. Not convincing. Do not
She
overrest.
attempted to attack the dragon.
Rose
Only-
had an inkling that they would be victorious.
Only to realize that projectile weaponry couldn't get anywhere near him.
Pissed off.
Tickles was punished, and he took your horses, only to then come back and demand Sahara.
Yeah, hell no.
That's
Hell
Ash-
no.
He'd have been alive.
Ash said, hell no.
Yeah, you're taking my
And-
griffin. Fuck you.
A very long and painful fight occurred as a lot of you took a bit of damage. Sahara
Worth it.
almost died twice,
Yep. Yep,
But-
my baby.
thanks to the teamwork. Everyone was able, and Zale getting a Space Jam like fireball exploding in the face of the dragon, you were able to bring him down, which opened a gateway to his planar horde that was located in the elemental plane of air. A couple of you were able to go in and grab as much as you possibly could because it was way below freezing in there. Once you left the gate, it shut behind you. You harvested a bit of the dragon and you continued on south, finally making it to maybe about a couple 100 feet to Landon's home. The boy, in his excitement, has rode off in ahead of all of you, leaving you behind to look upon this small, quaint wooden cottage located just outside the tree line of a very large forest behind it. And as we open up today, what would you all like to do?
It's still the same day of when we fought the wind dragon.
Yes, you're still feeling a bit sore from the encounter. Though you've taken some healing precautions due to magic and everything. Sahara is looking a bit ragged at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not riding her. I'm just walking alongside her.
While she's
Just petting
yeah,
her.
while you've been training her for combat, this was like her first outing, her first real
Yeah, because the
outing.
first time I one-shotted a dragon and committed genocide, so.
Yeah, so it was kind of a very harsh introduction to her, or to her for
Poor baby.
aerial and ground combat. But she held
I
her
mean,
own.
pretty good against a boosted ancient dragon. She should be proud.
She should be.
Well, baby. So yeah, I'm just petting
Actually,
her.
Maybe I didn't top her off, but I dumped like full
Yeah,
lay on hands pool into her.
yeah.
so
Her wounds are closed and everything, but she's still exhausted from the encounter. Because
Yeah,
while
that's fine.
healing magic will close your wounds, it doesn't get rid of the
That
soreness. It doesn't get rid of the exhaustion. It just
Yeah.
makes sure your guts stay in your body.
Yeah.
That
You
is
need a heal
fair.
for that.
Yeah, you need heal for that.
Like the actual spell heal relieves exhaustion.
Walk by her and just keep petting her.
And she's you could tell that she's trying to maintain her composure,
Yeah.
like as she doesn't really want to worry you. But you could just tell by the look on her face, she's holding on to consciousness right now. Like her face is just like crying out for a bed.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. So we're in front of the grandma's hut?
Yeah, you're in front of Grandma's hut. You're a couple, like I said, a couple 100 feet away, and Landon's rode off ahead of you, just excited to finally be home again.
Okay. You'll just keep following him. At a steady pace.
Alrighty.
So
Uh,
how far away is the house?
It's just about a couple 100 feet in front of you.
Alright.
Like you could see a small plume of gray smoke coming out of the stone chimney. There's a small little pen off to the side where you can see a couple chickens walking about, pecking at the ground. Just a very simple and quaint looking cottage.
I guess like Rose isn't gonna immediately go in, but I mean she'll stay pace with the party.
I'll go and take one for the team.
Okay.
I was definitely planning on going in, so yeah.
Okay, so you all just begin to walk into the cottage.
Yeah, my curiosity is going to outweigh any sort of self-preservation here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jail's
If the
just
door was closed, if I reach the door first, I'll knock.
Okay.
But that's about
I
it.
was gonna say, are you gonna like mind your manners here, or are you just gonna kick in the door and just like, hey, grandma?
kind of
Kick in
want to
the
say that, but
door.
maybe not.
What big
Granny!
eyes you have to see.
And Zale's following the party, but she's in the back. She's kind of dragging her feet. She's fighting off a food coma still, and carrying an
that's
armful of
right.
items from the dragon's hoard. So
Okay. So you knock on the door, and there's a couple seconds in between when you knock, when the door opens up, and Landon is sitting there, and you can see that he's got like a piece of blueberry pie in his hand. He's just like stuffing in his face. He just kind of like waves you in, not really saying anything, just like trying to wolf the pie down as fast as possible.
Oh, it's like, all right, where's Gretel? it's like what?
Landon, do you guys have a stable or something?
And he kind of like points out in like around the house.
Okay.
As like pieces of pie crust are like falling out off of his lips.
Okay, I'll walk Sahara over
Okay.
to the stables and let her have some rest.
Ash will accompany. Rose will accompany Ash.
Okay.
Ash will accompany Ash? Whoa.
I will assist myself.
I
Is he gonna get
mean,
advantage?
who hasn't done that?
So you go around the back of the home, and you see a small stable. It's got about 2 or 3 compartments. One of them you see Landon's horse like just sticking its head out from over the gate, just taking in the sunlight. And then off to the left of that is almost like a small shaded compartment. The gate is shut, letting you know that something is inside of it, but what it is you can't really tell at the moment. And then there's a compartment off to the right of Landon's horse that is open.
Okay.
Spoilers, it's dead bodies.
I'll take her to the open one.
Okay. And she doesn't even wait for you. She sees the open stable and she just kind of quickly walks over, like gets situated, and she just takes her beak and she shuts the gate in front of her and just lays down, and like 2 seconds later she's out.
Even though she can't hear me, I'm like, you get some rest, baby, okay? I'll bring you back some nice big juicy like mutton or something. I'll just kind of reach in and kind of pat her if I can, and then I'll walk back.
All right. So those of you who are in still at the front, Landon kind of lets you into the cabin, and it seems to have all the amenities that you would expect of home. There's off in the back in the corner, there's a small wall, but you can see light coming in from a window, and judging from the smell of it, this is like maybe where the kitchen is situated. There's a small, almost like breakfast nook off to the left of that, and then another table that has a half-finished puzzle on it at the moment. And in the back, on the back wall, there is a single door that says it just has a an elven phrase carved into it.
Hold up. Pretty sure I don't. I know like 3 languages.
Are we there and back in front of the house, or are we?
Oh yeah, you come in like a couple minutes after, well, not even a couple minutes, like a minute after the rest of the group comes in.
Well, I know Elvish. What's the phrase?
It says, "Home is what you make of it."
Interesting.
Is the inside made out of candy?
No, the inside is made of wood.
Is it chocolate wood?
Gingerbread.
No, it's oak.
Oh, okay.
Is the outside made of candy?
I mean, if that's the case, you guys are in trouble.
I'm gonna quickly scan just what we can see inside, looking for the most comfortable looking spot in the house, whether it's like a big couch or
off to the right is a small like common area. There are a couple couches and what looks to be a hand sewn beanbag in front of a large
I'm going straight to that beanbag, man.
All right. And it's
belly flopping onto that thing and I'm out.
Yeah, and like you belly flop down and it supports your weight, and you kind of feel it just sort of wrap around you a little bit, almost as just in like this very warm embrace.
Perfect.
And as soon as you lay on it, the fireplace just lights up and just begins to like bathe you in just the warmth of the warmth of the flames.
Oh, yeah,
I am not moving until morning.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
Don't care.
Okay.
By the time
I will
you get here,
introduce myself to the woman.
Oh, you haven't seen her yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Landon kind of like wipes his face off and everything. Like it's about mid-afternoon by the time you've made it here. After like your encounter with the dragon, you've lost some time.
Okay.
But he kind of like just like is making sure he doesn't have any crumbs on him. He's like,
no. When you say we've lost some time, like do we lose time?
No, like you've lost daytime.
Oh,
not like
okay,
you've
gotcha.
lost time, like you were there and now you're right here and you can't recall the time between. No.
Yeah.
It's just you've lost daylight. You're like, sorry, I needed that. I was very hungry after the encounter. Yeah, come this way. I'll introduce you to. Okay, I guess Zale can sleep there. I'll introduce you to Grandma. She's in the kitchen. She's making food right now.
Okay.
While he's been eating, I've just been slumped in like whatever dining table chair is next to him.
Just he looks over. He's like, "Are you okay, Caldros?"
sure I'll be fine.
Does your head hurt? I can get you some tea.
It always hurts, and no tea doesn't help. But I'll take it anyways.
Okay. Do you like sugar and honey in it, or just straight up?
Sugar and honey. Why
Okay.
Sugar, water.
Sugar water.
Give me hot
More.
sugar water.
So just,
More.
he leads you back into the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, Grandma, my new friends are here. The ones that I told you about. And this is Mr. TUES. He's the one who needs help with his more lore sick problem." This elder looking elven woman turns around, kind of like dusting her hands off. You could see that she's wearing an apron that's just caked in flour.
Does she look elven?
No, she is elven.
Oh wow, okay. And she's doing a menial task. Is she like a wood elf or something like that?
Yeah, she's a wood elf.
Okay.
She is a wood elf.
Look elven.
She-
She is straight up elven.
She is not high elven or anything like that. She is a wood elf.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
And she turns around and says, "Oh, yeah, thank you for taking care of my dear boy. He told me what happened. Oh, the king is not going to be happy when he wakes up again."
Oh dear Lord, don't tell me that thing regenerates.
Oh no, yes, he is a primal. He will be back. But if it makes you
Good, we
feel
can kick his ass
if
again.
it makes you feel any better, he doesn't hold a grudge.
Oh, good. Because I do.
But please, you must be exhausted here. Take a seat. Can I get you anything to eat? Can I get you anything to drink?
We're quite exhausted, so I mean, I wouldn't mind. I heard tea. I wouldn't mind some tea, please.
Yes. How do you take your tea?
With some honey, please.
Honey?
Thank you.
Landon pops up. He's like, Mr. Calderos is in the nook. He wants tea with sugar and honey. She smiles and pats Landon on the head and like gives him a cookie. Like, okay, why don't you go wash up for dinner? You know.
Does Molly eyeball the cookie? I'm pretty sure she does.
She will probably ask for a cookie.
And
if you give a Landon a cookie, Molly will want one.
And Landon's grandmother smiles and takes a cookie and gives it to Molly.
She's just like, ooh.
Now,
thank you. My name is Ash, by the way. Thank you so much for letting us come into your home.
yes, Landon told me all about you and your friends. I want to thank you for making sure that he got home safely. It hasn't been the safest out there for travelers.
We noticed. Hence the king.
Oh,
Yeah.
The king is a child. He likes to puff up his chest and demand tribute to anyone he doesn't recognize.
Does he leave Landon alone if
No, he
crosses paths?
he'll talk with Landon, but no, he won't pick on the boy.
Okay, well that's good to know.
She kind of like looks out into the common room and she, is that one okay?
We, like I said, had a very tough battle.
I'm so sorry, dear. If you would like to rest, just go through the door. There are plenty of rooms. Just choose a bed, rest up, and I will have Landon let you know when dinner's ready.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Can I insight check her?
Sure.
Just to see if like she's just being genuine.
Ogren making little monster noises.
I know, God, he's out. He is just. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay, I didn't realize I had somewhat decent insight. 16.
16? She seems true enough.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to have any ulterior motives behind what she said.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I have a griffin, and I hope you don't mind. I put her in the stables for now. She had quite a tough battle as well.
It's fine. She's safe out there. Gerard will take care of her if need be.
Is that the horse's name, or is that the whatever's in the closed pen?
Oh no, what is in the closed pen? That is Gerard.
May I ask who Gerard is?
Oh, he's my unicorn.
She says unicorn.
She says unicorn.
Rose starts heading back towards the front door.
Does the unicorn have babies?
I'm not kidding.
Gerard is a male, dear.
I told you, little monster noises.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
I love dogs.
Oh my god.
I want to give Ogren to a sound studio.
Oh god.
Just to make sound clips of him.
That scared the
Just to
shit
make
out of
sound
me.
clips of him because I can make him sound like a gremlin, goblin.
He goes like it's so good. Are you okay? It's because you can't breathe? Yeah. Okay.
Give that dog a CPAP.
Dear God, yeah.
I really want to. I wish they could make a pug CPAP because he needs it. He needs it so bad.
Yeah, they have a humidifier that kind of helps. Anyway, unicorn, male, got it.
Look at my horse.
Miss, he's resting at the moment. He had a busy day today. But if you'd like to see him, you can tomorrow.
Yes, please.
If we look upon
Oh
a
no,
unicorn,
she's talking
do
to
we
Rose.
get a unicorn inspiration?
I know, but she's in the background just like, yes. I am all for this, yes.
Rose is like, I won't try and see the unicorn at this moment.
When the unicorn sleeps, it does its darkest fears upon you.
She quickly like brings out a tea kettle and like sets it on the small nook table with multiple cups, and she's got a small jar of sugar and then like a jar of honey, and she just sets it down. Like, help yourselves. If you like any of the cookies, they're underneath the windowsill. I have a couple pies that are being made right now. Yes, if there's anything else I can do for you to make you more comfortable, just let me know.
Thank you very much. And Molly just goes off and instantly just probably snags all the cookies. Just snags them all.
And she gives Molly a very friendly smile. She walks by and she begins to bring out a couple pans and everything. It looks like she's getting ready to prepare dinner.
I grab at least one cookie before Molly grabs it.
So Rose is sipping tea out of her like infinite mug.
Mm-hmm.
She pours some sugar and some honey into it. She purposely makes like unsweetened
hot
tea so she can sweeten it with her stuff. But while she's like, as she usually sits with like, her legs, up on the chair, her arms wrapped around, and then she's sipping out of her mug. She looks over to the grandma and she goes, so why was your son so daft to try and break a deal with the hag?
It was his human side that got the best of him. He thought that making a deal for arcane knowledge with the witch would be enough to allow him to double cross her. Unfortunately, that made him meet his end and gave my poor Landon the condition that you've seen him with.
Is there a way to break that curse?
The only one that I am aware of is to kill the witch. But
where does she live?
Oh, she's as she kind of like looks behind her, like into the tree line. She's like, beyond this forest, there is another forest that she calls home. But it's been corrupted by her madness.
Now, is she herself a hag? Or just a witch?
We call her a witch. If she is a hag, maybe.
I mean, I'm just assuming because of the eye. It would be really weird if he has a hag's eye when it's a witch. So I'm just gonna assume it's probably a hag.
The curse is known as the hag's kiss, yes. But any magic, any arcane practitioner with enough practice would be able to cast such a spell.
So it's a hag's kiss. Does that mean a hag is always listening, or is it her herself? Through the eye.
It's whomever cast the curse.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I'm drinking my tea just while I'm breathing in the steam. I'm gonna do divine sense.
Okay, so you're gonna do divine sense.
The unicorn's undead.
Celestial fiends and undead.
All right, so
I know them.
Oh, unicorn will be celestial.
And that's what?
Yeah,
how far is that? Does that reach out?
Is it a 60-foot radius or something?
That's divine smite. Why am I looking at that?
Yeah, don't cast divine smite on Grandma.
No, I don't want to. It's within 60 feet of me, so 60-foot radius.
60-foot radius. You do get the sense that there is both celestial and fey around you.
Cool.
We definitely know that's
Hey, Rogan, I sent you a DM.
unicorn.
You sent me a DM. I need to find. There it is. Discord. No, you didn't. Oh, there you go. It popped up.
Yay.
So,
As per our previous conversation.
so TUES, did you want to talk now, or do you want to wait until we rest up? Because I want to be part of that conversation.
There's no rush. If we're intending on staying at least till tomorrow, we can have the conversation later.
Okay.
Yes. As I said, take as much time, stay as long as you like. I always like to have company here.
Do you get company often?
Every now and then, folks will stop by, but that's normally to receive curative assistance, potions, healing wounds, setting bones, the like.
Do you have health potions?
I
God damn it,
make
Ash.
them to order.
How much do you charge?
I don't charge for my health potions. They're normally given out to those who need them.
She needs
Well-
like 50.
Well, we just encountered an ancient dragon. We definitely need some. But I'm also willing to pay for your services.
She smiles and she waves her hands like, I have no need for gold, dear. Everything I need is around me.
That is so cool. My husband is kind of the same. He uses the woods and everything around him too. He's very good at using what he has.
It is a very useful skill to have.
It is so true. But like I said, if you need help or want something in return, I feel bad.
She's like, dear, no. We will talk about the health potions and TUES's issues and any other questions that you have at dinner or after dinner. For now, please have your tea, rest up. You all look... I don't mean to be rude, but you all look like death at the moment.
We do. I mean, I'm glad at least we look the way we feel, so. Thanks.
At least you only look it, you aren't it.
Yeah. like,
Oh, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that mirror?
I do.
Can I use that, please?
Of course. Don't break it.
I will not break it.
Okay.
I promise.
Insight check.
She just takes it and breaks it over her knee.
7 years bad luck. Probably
I'm
worse than that
already
because it's
bad
magical.
luck, man. No, I actually would like to check up on the husband and the kids.
All right. So you Ash hands you the scrying mirror that she has, and as you look into it, you begin to focus on Piper and your children. The mirror is oddly distorted. It just looks like oil and water have like combined and just sort of running over the glass pane. And Landon's grandmother is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I should have let you know. I have a ward against scrying magic around my homestead. So
How far do I need to go out?
You're gonna need to go about 2 miles out in order to do that."
Tickles, you can use it again when we leave.
Do you have things against teleportation?
Oh, you don't want to try to teleport, dear. That would end in a bloody mess.
Are we allowed to use any form of magic?
Magic is fine as long as it's not destructive or intrusive.
I'm just gonna take my little claw out and just like puff, puff, puff. Ray of Frost, just like poof, poof.
Well, I would
Okay, we're good.
ask, a certain someone's bird box, but unfortunately they're kind of conked out.
Doesn't mean you can't try to take it.
I know. I'm like,
I mean,
seriously.
technically, you know what you're looking for, so bag of holding.
Exactly. You know exactly what it is. It's not like you haven't seen it before.
That's true. I'm gonna try to do that.
And it's
do
just
wanna
like a
remind
sending
you
spell,
that
so
she fell face first with all her stuff still in her arms.
Okay.
So that's going to be a difficult
who
grab
carries
for
her
you.
shit on her arms? It's not a backpack.
No, she was carrying because
You know what?
the
Sure, I'm gonna
stuff
do
with
this.
the dragon
what do I need to
horde.
do?
She was
What do I need
carrying
to
it like
roll?
this.
All right,
Oh,
so
got it.
are you trying to be stealthy about this, or are you just gonna pretty much begin to like rummage through Zale?
I'm gonna try to be stealthy because I know how she is when
All
she
right.
wakes up.
So
You
what
might
I,
have advantage.
what I'm going to need is I am going to need a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I will give you advantage because Zale is asleep.
All right. Sliding hand. I have a 12 in that. Yay!
Shit, son.
All right. So that's 16 plus 12.
28.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like you begin to like slowly like lift
Okay.
up parts of Zale and everything, and you finally find her bag of holding. And you just open it up and reach in and pull the bird box out. Just like slowly walk away from the the very loudly snoring Noel.
All right. I'm pretty much just going to talk into the bird box, be like, just letting you know, I'm okay. How are the kids? And how are you feeling? And then kind of put it back.
All right, give me another sleight of hand to slip it back.
That's a 19 plus 12.
Okay. So again, this time around, you lift the correct part of Zale and you just slide it back in the bag, kind of like tap her on the head and just walk off.
Yep, just the boop on the snoot. Not hard though, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, that should put enough worry.
All
right, now-
again, I'm sorry, but precautions, I do have a boy in the house.
I mean,
He's been-
it
he's
makes
been
sense.
fine. I mean, like, we just came, we see the dragon. He's like, hey, Landon, what's up? I'm like, huh?
And as you're talking, Landon opens the door. And anyone who's sitting at the breakfast nook, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Oh man.
Well, I'm talking to her, so I can't really see.
Oh, nice roll.
15.
I got a great roll.
What'd you get?
It's not great.
A 1.
6.
Nice.
22.
What'd you get, Tyrus?
15.
15. Rose?
I got a 16.
All right. So everybody but Caldros, when he opens the door up, You see that he kind of just walks through, or what's behind him is just a solid wall. And he just shuts the door and walks over and kind of just plops down at the table next to all of you.
Is it like a door that leads to like a different room?
Yeah, it looks like it's a door that leads to a different room, but you know, like those cartoons when they open the door and there's just a wall there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Is that an illusion?
Oh no, that's a gate, dear.
I was gonna ask.
No, it's a lot easier for me to have this small little cottage and then just connect to the other parts of the house by gates. Just open the door, think of where you want to go, and if it exists, it takes you to it.
Like anywhere?
No, well, of the house, I mean. You can't open
Oh.
it and say, travel to Lirin. It just doesn't work like that.
Oh,
So-
right.
Is
That'd be
the
cool,
opening
though.
of the door the key, or thinking where you want to go?
Well, you have to open the door to walk through, but you have to think of where you want to go.
So if I opened up the door and think of the stables, it'll take me to the stables?
No. You would walk outside to go to the stables.
Oh, so it's literally just inside the house.
It's literally just other parts of the house.
Oh, interesting.
Like when you go to your rooms, just think of a bedroom.
Diagon Alley.
No, it's Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley.
So
It's
I have a
Diagon.
question.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this cottage? Like home?
As big as I need it to be.
Like you can just expand it with your magic?
Mhm.
That's cool.
Can I just explore without using the gate?
I mean, well, if you try to explore the home and the room doesn't exist, you're going to have a sore face as you're going to walk into the wall.
I mean, like
Troublesome.
instead of using the gate, like you have stairs or something that just lead to.
Oh, no,
Wherever?
dear. No, that's not how it works.
Because I thought that was just a form of being lazy, but I guess that's how it works.
It's security and it's convenience.
So like if you get invaded, you can think of your panic room and you go through and all of a sudden you're there instead of running across your entire house.
Yes, that, and most of the time people see a quaint cottage sitting at the front of the woods. Nobody thinks to look inside. Now, if I had an expansive mansion here, you know, that would be a target for all sorts of highway robbers and bandits.
Note to
wolves.
self. Tell Daddy about this for future construction on the mansion. Because that would be way easier to get around. Ash is gonna then go ahead and just kind of finish up her tea, and she's gonna go sleep until dinner time.
Okay. So everyone sees Ash open the door. Thoughts of a bedroom appear in your head, Ash, and you walk through. And it's like as you walk through, it almost feels like you're walking through like a soap bubble for just a second. And there's a small distortion, and then you're on the other side of the door, and you're in this long hallway with multiple doors on either side of you.
Guys, I tasted Prisma. This is great. I don't know what just happened. Don't know if you can even hear me. I'm gonna go look for a room.
Nobody can hear her. Okay, so like
Find a room.
as she said, there are multiple rooms to choose from. There is one room that has a sign on it that says Landon.
Oh, okay.
I want to
Do any of them have windows?
What's that? What's that?
Do
Ash?
any of them have windows?
Nope. They're just all solid oak doors.
Oh. No, I mean, I'm sorry. If I go into a room, is there windows?
You don't know. Are you going into a room?
I will open a room.
All right, you open a room. And as you step in, the room itself almost duplicates itself to that of yours back in Fellock.
Fuck yeah, it means it's huge with my poster board bed, with my silk sheets.
Then there's the door with all the clothes that you just open, and like, did you see freaking Rose in there?
Now,
Hey,
of course,
Rose,
this
how's
is
it
my
going?
room at my dad's house. At my
Yeah.
other house, it's not quite as lavish, but still.
Yeah, no, this is your. It's like almost identical to your bedroom back at Fellock Castle. And you can
Yeah,
see
no,
you can
that's
see
good.
on the door as you open it up, it says the name Ashton appears on a small plaque.
I take off my armor and plop on the bed and just.
And as you take your armor off and you like set it aside, a small like armor dummy appears and is now currently wearing your armor.
That's a little much, but okay. I'm gonna try to turn it and face it away from me because it's kind of creepy.
And you could just easily turn it.
And then plop in bed.
Okay.
Pass out.
What about the rest of you?
I'm going to thank the grandma for all her hospitality and accepting us into her home. And I'm going to walk through the gate and think of a bedroom.
All right, and the same thing. You open the door, you pass through the wall. It feels like you're walking through a very thick soap bubble, and you're in that long hallway. And you see the two doors on the right. One says Landon, the other says Ashton, and it seems like there's just countless doors all the way through this hall. It just keeps going on.
I will pick one, enter, and then I'll think really hard about a bathroom inside and a sign that says "Do not disturb," and I'm going to put the "Do not disturb" sign on the bathroom door, close the door, and just think on my throne.
I thought you were gonna take like
Okay.
a bath or something like that. And you're like, nope,
Nope.
need to poop.
Well, no, you open the door and it's a bedroom because it conforms to your thoughts of comfort, not to a bathroom.
I mean, to most men, a toilet is comfort.
Yeah, but it's not a bed.
Depends
is
how
if you wake
tired
up
you
at
are.
3 o'clock in the
But when you open the door, Caldros, it's very reminiscent of kind of like the barracks back at the Brotherhood's Cathedral. Just a small, quaint area with a simple yet comfortable bed, a small desk next to it, and yes, it does have it has your own private bathroom. And as you walk in, the name Caldros forms on the plaque.
I guess at that point I'll take my bag of holding and start sorting through the frenzied looting
Okay.
items that I got.
Okay. About the rest of you.
I'm going to wait until everyone does their thing because I like to talk to the lady.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. Rose is kind of doing the same thing. She's just like waiting for everyone to like leave. So she can talk to the grandma.
It's going to be a Mexican standoff between Rose and Tickles.
I'm going to find a comfortable chair and just relax.
Okay. So the three of you are still out in the common room. Tickles and Rose are sitting there kind of like looking at each other like who's gonna blink first. And then its grandmother looks over and she's, is there something the two of you need? You seem to have something on your mind, but are a bit nervous to ask. Maybe embarrassed?
I'm embarrassed about a very few things, my lady. This witch, What more can you tell us about her?
Aside that she is the scourge of everything wrong on this part of the world, that she's had a hand in every tragedy that's ever befallen the people of the Far Reach,
Including this town, Malorsik, that our frontier
She-
seems inexplicably drawn to.
she is responsible for its destruction.
And what, pray tell, did she actually do to this town?
As I said, she destroyed it,
Well,
turned
that is-
it into a desolate ruin of torment and undeath. All simply because she felt slighted and needed to teach people a lesson.
So what you're saying is she has a very fragile ego.
I don't think she yes, that is the way you can put it. She is very fragile when it comes to her sense of worth.
So she's less of an arcane threat and more of a petulant child.
Let's put it this way. She is a petulant child that has been given the keys and the knowledge that would rival even the greatest of Archmagisters of Kameroska. She is not to be trifled with or underestimated.
Oh, sadly enough, my associates are more than likely going to trifle with her.
I have a feeling, judging from the look of your group and the feeling I get from every one of you, trifling just seems to be something you do on a daily basis.
Oh, I wanted to go home. I figured the better part of valor would be to leave this island behind us, considering we rescued our friend, which was our primary task. But for some reason, we want to dwell on things that are things that should be left forgotten, let's say.
But here you are. You could have left
Yes.
any time.
Then what kind of friend would I be to let my other friends die to their own stupidity?
She kind of gives you a knowing smile.
Just see a huge smile on Tickle's face. She's like, she called me friend.
And what of who Tickles?
You've been here for a long while, haven't you?
That is a way of putting it, yes.
How's the state of Iraq right now?
Oh, Iraq. Such a promising kingdom. And now, let's just say chaos rules.
I guess my parents had a field day.
Oh, it is not the parents, my dear. It's the prince.
What?
Yes. The prince has, for all intents and purposes, usurped the throne.
What did you do, Rolger? What did you do?
And now he... well... let's just say the boy has fun with his public executions and tormenting those he deems guilty.
Did he kill the king and queen?
No. Thankfully, the boy did not turn the sword on either of his parents. The king and queen are alive and well, last I heard. But he made it very clear that he is now the one in charge.
As much as I don't want to interfere, I gotta fix some family issues. How far is it from
like
here?
Rose takes a
Turok?
big sip of like of her from her teacup, and she turns to Tickles, and she's like, "It sounds like your brother's a bit of a twat."
He's not really my brother. He's a stepbrother.
It still sounds like a big twat.
Yeah, imagine freaking, growing up and then your stepbrother's an asshole. That's what you get when you mess with minotaurs. All right. Really don't want to negotiate with him, but hopefully if he can look past. No, he's probably just psychotic now. Time to put Old Yeller down. But
Raises his gun.
raises gun. No, she thanks her for the information, and she's gonna be like, well, I got some issues I gotta solve then.
Well, I hope you are able to solve them without too much bloodshed.
I'd really hope so. I really don't want to kill him. He's just he's got a way with pride.
Are you actually gonna go back to your hometown and liberate them after they kidnapped you?
Well, I thought it'd be my parents that would just, wanted me home because they're a little psycho themselves. But, I guess it was my brother that wanted me back. And probably wanted to kill me.
Then why give them the opportunity?
Well, you got a point. Technically, I am in line of the throne.
He probably wanted to get rid of the competition.
That's probably why. I mean, if he was just nice, I was going to give it to him, but I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed. And she just, for some reason, she just goes to the door, and without thinking, she smacks into the wall for...
You need to think about a bedroom, dear.
Oh, right. Bedroom. My face. Okay, I don't know, bedroom, something.
All right, and you walk through in that same soap bubble feel that everyone else has passed through, and you're now in that long, expansive hallway.
Yay! I find a room.
And when you open it up, it's like you're almost just walking into the Glimmercross sewers. As you and Piper's bed is in the room, along with all the extravagancies that he's decorated the room with, that he's collected over the years.
If only he was here. Well, time for bed.
All right. As Tickles goes in, Lana's grandmother sits down at the table, sits and begins to drink tea, and she looks between Rose and Tyrus. The two of you seem to have the most on your shoulders at the moment.
The only weight I have on my shoulders is the frustration of not doing the sensible thing, which is quite odd because I'm usually the one that doesn't want to do the sensible thing.
No, I'm talking about the incidents with the Fae.
Oh, you mean? Wait, do you know about that?
Oh, everyone in the circle knows about that.
Like Rose tenses up like really hard when she says that.
It's not something that they've kept quiet about. There's been a lot of chatter about you.
So you're from the court.
Oh, me? No, I'm not from the courts. I have connections. As does the one in the woods.
What business does she have with the court?
Well, she is, for all intents and purposes, the next in line for the title of Yaga. If Baba were to pass, she would take the mantle.
Is she actively working on making that happen?
Oh no, she's actively working on collecting power for when it does inevitably happen. She has enough to get just started wreaking havoc wherever she wishes. As she says, she has plans for the other islands and nations of this world. But you do not have to worry. While you are here, you are safe.
And what business do you have with the court?
Oh, it's just I guess a general curiosity, you can say. I've made some friends in my time, and they keep me informed of the ongoings. I must say, have caused quite a stir.
Hello.
The court is broken because of you.
Couldn't have been too stable if the...
This is the Fae we're talking about, my dear.
True.
Stability is not in their nature.
True, but Sahasrasha is not something to trifle with as far as what's the word? Shaking things up. I figured my death would be more than enough to appease her, but apparently it wasn't.
Well, she's, as you previously put it, a petulant child. She's used to getting what she wants. You've about spit in her eye. And that has won you both many admirers and many enemies.
Well, I did what I did. And I tried to make amends for it while I did it, but apparently that wasn't good enough for her.
And TUES, now that we are somewhat alone, Malorsik, if you are dead set on going there, I must warn you, you will find nothing but pain and torments. None that you have ever experienced before down there. What was once a beloved home is now a ruin filled with pestilence, undeath, and a curse.
So the question is then, why do I feel like I'm being called back there?
That I don't know. Maybe there's still long spirits there that have not been corrupted, that are calling to one of the last surviving sons of the city. Maybe it is the witch toying with you, trying to wrap up any loose ends. But if you must go, maybe you can put those trapped in the town. The witch has a bell.
More bells.
And it holds the joy consumed by her past victims. If you were to somehow get your hands on it and ring this bell in the town, maybe those tormented souls could finally be at rest. But if you have any questions, I will provide you with what I know.
All right.
She sits there and she just drinks her tea, just calmly waiting for the two of you.
Like, is she waiting for us to leave?
No,
or
she's like, she's pretty much giving you the floor.
Rose is gonna ask, is there a way to force the next season for the court?
To force it? As in bring the summer court into power?
I mean, as much as I dislike my cheerier brethren, there's no one I can think of that would be able to stand against Ashtrasa.
Well, if you wish to bring the summer courts into power, subduing her would be the best way to do so.
You wish me to subdue the one who was once my queen? Are you mad?
Oh, far from it. I am just telling you the one way that I know to force the other courts into power before it is their time. And you can't hope to kill her, as she is, for all intents and purposes, immortal.
I mean, I wouldn't want to kill her regardless. I mean, despite our current differences, there is still a place for her in my heart that has much affection. I don't think I can do something like that to her, although I doubt very seriously the favor would be in turn.
But that is the only way I know of. Now, I don't know. I cannot tell you that. I'm sorry. That would be giving too much information.
Are you talking about the liches? We already know about them.
Oh no, not the liches. That is a whole different discussion.
So it's something you can't tell me because it's too much. Too much because it would upset something natural, or
It's too destructive. Doing so would likely endanger a great many people.
well, I'm not a despot, but there aren't very many people who have my affection this side of the veil. So
Oh, it would endanger both sides. Not just one.
mm. It wouldn't have anything to do with the state of the road, is it?
Oh no, that is all her doing. She's shutting off access to the roads. You know this.
Civil war it is, I guess. Either that or we find another way to put another one of the liches to rest.
It is a choice that I do not envy that you must make.
It's not a choice I ever expected having to make. Some of my friends are adamant on destroying all three liches. Apparently, that's something that would not benefit anyone, but personally, the one I would rather see put to an untimely end most likely will be the one that we need to leave to her own machinations.
He looks over to the two of you. It's going to be a difficult road. Sometimes you may feel like you are going to give up, or you feel hope being torn from you. The choices you make from here on will not only shape you, but those around you, those you have come to know. Be careful of what you do and what decisions you make.
I'm not one for being careful with decisions, but I will.
And that is
take your
why I give you the
on their
warning.
advice.
You are a fae. You go by feeling and chaos. Oh, I must say, you're a little more tan than the others.
It's all this damn sunlight that keep forcing me to subject myself to.
You could wear a cloak, dear. But no, this doesn't look like a suntan. The tint of your skin is a bit reddish.
Really, I don't see it.
Maybe it's just the light.
And she she pulls her arm back, and she looks, and she's holding her. She seems oblivious.
Tears, dear.
Yes.
If I can help you in any way, let me know.
Well, I don't know what we're going to do. It's not something I will be able to do alone, but hopefully the others will help.
You do have a loyal band of friends, albeit strange. They've come with you this far. Just if you go to seek her, know that taking shortcuts is the quickest way to your demise. Go
Yes.
through the forest behind my home. It will lead you to a clearing that separates the two forests. Crossing it from one forest to another guarantees your safety. If you were to go around my forest and just down the middle into hers, I doubt any of you would survive, as the curse would begin to take effect.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm not allowed to tell you anymore, as those are her rules. But I can at least warn you. And that's once you enter her forest, she will always be watching.
And then Rose just like, again, she's like still sipping her like hot tea. So what you're saying is, for us to get to Malosic, we need to talk to the person, the thing that destroyed it.
Oh no, you don't need to talk to her at all in order to get to Malorsic. If you wish to get to Malorsic, you can just head south. Just follow the tree line. But okay. I feel TUES may want to settle some personal matters, maybe get more of an insight as to what led to his current state.
Obviously, the mad ravings of an evil spellcaster.
If it is that.
And Rose looks at TUES, sitting on the couch, and she's like, I don't know why you're so adamant to drudge up such painful memories.
Because unlike others, I need to face them to put them behind me.
Who says? You have the very, in my humble opinion, fortunate circumstance to not remember the badness that happened to you.
Unfortunately, it seems to remember me.
Well, then you should not be anywhere near it. I mean, you have a spooky wooden sword and now a spooky wooden shield. I mean, aside from the nightmares, what damage is happening?
I have a feeling it's not going to get better the longer I ignore it.
You know how I feel. I know the others will walk blindly with you there. And I know I'm being a bit hypocritical, seeing how I have my own things to deal with that I'll eventually have to deal with. But the things that I need to deal with are actively trying to hunt me down and kill me. There's a slight difference.
I have no guarantee that my current problem will not start hunting me at some point.
My only advice for you is to not be tempted to take any deals she may offer.
Oh no, dude, do not take any deal she offers. That's never, and take it from somebody who's experienced it, never turns out well.
Why would I want to make a deal with someone who destroyed essentially where I grew up?
She has a way of tugging at the the strongest desires in a person's heart.
Well,
Even the most stalwart
doesn't
of
shock me.
warriors have crumbled before her whims. Just as a warning, she will offer you the world and then see you crushed by it.
well. I have no intention of taking any offer she puts forward, so.
See. Well, that is good to know. At least you still have your resolve at the moment. But don't let your sanity go when you cross into her forest. As she will do whatever she can to weaken any of you. And once she has you, it is almost impossible to free yourself. But enough of that. Who's hungry?
I can eat.
She kind of like calls out to Landon. She's like, Landon, dear. And she's you see Landon. He's like kind of sitting next to Zale, petting her as he's just like sitting in front of the fire. He kind of like turns and says, like, go get the others. Let them know that dinner is ready to be served. She kind of gets up and kind of dusts off her hands, and she kind of claps twice as plates and saucers begin to fly out of the cupboards onto the table and begin to make numerous plate settings for everyone.
Some Disney shit right there.
She's a grandma.
Be our guest. Okay.
And let's go ahead and take our first break of the night there, so we can get up, stretch our legs, get some of the drink and all that fun stuff. And when we get back, everyone can have some dinner with grandma.
Yay!
But
That sounds like a setup to a murder mystery.
spoilers.
Spoilers. Oh god.
But
I give it a sturdy 10.
but stick with us, guys. We will be right back. right, we are back. We're back, right? You guys can hear me?
No, we can't.
Ah, damn.
Sorry, I was muted.
Foiled again. So, everyone is roused up from a decent sleep by Landon as you are led back into the main room. TUES and Rose are able to see that a small buffet of food has been laid out on the table in front of you. Couple slices of meat that look to be maybe some sort of venison. Very hearty looking stew with the same chunks of meat inside of it as well. Fruits and vegetables galore, and goblets full of wine. Landon, not even waiting for anyone, kind of just sits down and begins to dig in.
Excuse me, do you happen to have like a big mutton or something that I could bring out to my griffin?
Oh, like I said, dear, Gerard will take care of your griffin. You don't have to worry.
Does he create food?
He provides food. Whether he creates it or hunts it, I am unsure.
Does he go out in the woods and like stab things and bring it back with his horn?
I do not know, dear. All I know is he provides for those in the stables.
Okay, well, thank you.
Just go with it, Ash. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Look,
okay.
just don't doubt the magical unicorn's powers, okay?
Oh, I never doubt the magical unicorn's power. Never. But thank you so much for feeding us. This is very generous of you. For feeding strangers that just came out of nowhere.
You helped Landon get home. It's the least I could do.
But it was our pleasure. He was very kind to us.
He is a good boy, and he kind of looks over at Landon. His face is just, it has like a ton of juice all over it, everything, and he's just tearing into it. Almost reminiscent of how like Zale eats.
Mm.
Foregoing the utensils and just using his hands.
Yep.
Hungry boy.
I will indulge. Is the food tasty?
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, good.
It's grandma cooking.
Is there raw meat on the table, or at least something that's semi-bleeding?
Not really. All of it has been cooked and prepared.
She's one of those. All right. I'll eat.
Forgive me. I don't want you to have to call me grandma. My name is Ravanya. Built-in utensils, exactly. Claws, their weapons, utensils, lockpicks. I mean, whatever you need them for.
Ravanya. Oh God. I had to find where I put my notes in about her. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ravanya. That's a very beautiful name.
Well, thank you, Ashton.
How do you know my full name?
The house told me.
Does it know everything about us?
Just your name when you walked into your bedroom.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Do you know my last name?
No. First names are fine.
Ash, don't be weirded out. We've
It's-
seen weirder stuff.
I know. It's just I've never heard of this. It was just weird. That's all. Nothing bad weird. It was just never heard of it weird. That's all I meant. I meant no offense.
Just a little.
So this witch from before.
Mhm.
I mean, is there anything you can tell us about her? To
everything
kind
you
of first?
everything you need to know, I have told TUES.
Oh,
We ha-
excellent.
We had a conversation while the rest of you were resting.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, well, thank you for the information. Quick question.
Mhm.
I don't know if this was already answered. How far is it exactly, as far as like days, does it get to Malorsic?
Well, if you were to travel from here and just head south, you would hit the Malorsic border in week and a half time.
Okay. That's not bad. Okay.
Now that's, not running into any situations and
Oh, I'm sure we will.
going around the perimeter of the forest.
I mean, isn't it kind of like a straight shot? Or
No.
do you recommend going
Oh no,
around?
do not. I told this to Terrace as well. Do not try to go the straight route between the two forests. It is cursed, and you
Oh.
would meet an unfortunate fate.
Wait,
Oh.
the one that that actually says where it says far on the map, that part.
Yeah, and Landon
Okay.
looks up. He's like, "It melts people," and he goes back to eating. And
Explain melting.
she kind of like gives him like a quick look, and he kind of like, "Sorry." He goes back to eating.
It melts
Melts?
people.
How?
And she's like, it is one of the effects of the curse. It varies from person to person, though the most common one is it liquefies people. Turns them
What?
into oozes.
Oh. What if we fly through it?
Then your liquefied remains would probably make a very loud splat on the floor.
Okay, so it's okay going around. What if we go through the forest? At least the forest okay, or just go completely around?
Well, if you go through the forest and you want to make your way down to Malorsic, you can. Though I suggested to Tiris that if Malorsic is your destination, that maybe you would want to get a certain item from the witch to
Oh.
maybe lift what she's put on it.
Oh.
And when she says it like that, Rose, again still sipping tea from earlier, she goes, "It's another belt." And she takes a deep sip.
But
Oh.
this bell theoretically is a good thing to ring in what remains of Malorsic.
So we ring another
Oh.
bell to lift the curse. Last bell we did, we ran into a mountain.
It
Yeah.
holds the joy of those of the spirits of Malorsic.
Wait, so Malorsk is
Oh.
dead?
Oh.
Yes.
And we're going there, why?
I've been saying that since we left the town.
Well, I would assume you're going there to help a friend here.
Well, of
Well,
course we
yes.
are. There's something is clearly hunting our friend Tyrus in his dreams, and before it gets any worse, we want to deal with it. Besides, he doesn't have any memories of his past, so maybe this could be some way to reclaim it.
What if it's just the items he has, the sword and shield? Can we just uncurse that? Maybe he'll stop having dreams.
I mean, I don't think that will stop the whatever is hunting
And,
him.
and Landon looks up again and just blurts out, she kind of eats dreams.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh.
Great, we have a Gengar.
And she
Oh.
and Ravanya sighs, just like, "Ugh, Landon, do not scare our guests, please.
I mean, we're not
Uh-huh.
scared. We're just like, oh, okay, cool. Eat streams. Awesome.
As in the thing hunting him or the witch? Or just in general?
The witch, she can eat dreams. Those who
And apparently ruin them.
ruin them, consume
Mhm.
them, twist them. It's one of her powers.
Gather dreams are her domain.
Oh, do we need to have some sort of potion to keep us awake or something if we encounter her?
That I do not know if that would help.
Can we just go into the dream world? Does that count?
Oh, do not go into the dream world.
So no sleepy time tea.
No, you want to have the lightest sleep possible. The deeper you sleep, the stronger she is.
What's her range?
Her forest. Unless you carry one of her items or you're marked by her, then she can torment you wherever you go.
Oh, time to kill a witch.
Is that
There's-
sword and shield her items?
That I do not know.
Oh. Oh, this is a very different maybe hag that we've dealt with. Okay.
She kind of looks back over the line and she's like, I guess I should tell you as well that I told TUES. She will use your innermost desires and dreams
Oh, great.
against
Of course.
you.
Of course. Because that wasn't used against me before. Ever. For 200 years. Sure. Yeah. Bullshit. Bitch needs to die.
And she's like, language, dear, we have a child at the table.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That
And then-
horrible
and when-
woman needs to die.
When Ashton says that, Rose knowingly looks at Ravanya like, this is why she's just like
And she just kind of gives you a nod.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, no, that's that. Not only is she trying to hurt our friend, but I mean, we're kind of at a point now where we're sort of all in danger. We're kind of all. She sounds like a very terrible person. So I feel like we just need to just help the people in the country out by just getting rid of her. That's just me. Mainly to help a friend.
I look at Rose. What do the Fae think of her?
Oh, good question.
You mean of this witch in this forest? Well, if she's to be the next Yaga, then, well, she's obviously not someone to trifle with, you know.
Another person that's messed with us for many, many days, weeks.
Wait, is she still messing with us?
No, but she did. And if this horrible, well, I'm not saying Baba Yaga's any better, but the
Oh, right, the
Baba
knights.
Yaga. But yeah, no, she had her knights hunt us. I mean, one of them killed Zale.
Look
just-
over at Zale.
It was just
She's still passed out
temporary.
on the beanbag.
I mean, she got better.
God damn it.
Not to mention, Molly over here got offered for maybe a potential position from her.
I mean,
No.
if she did became the next Yaga, we got another Yaga on our side.
That's
Just think about all the cool things, all the cool cookies she could have.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Knowing how they are, the cookies would be rotten or poisoned.
Oh, Molly will fix that right up.
I mean, there's this one book I used to read about like a girl that found like all these dwarves in the forest and everything. And there is this evil queen that like constantly poisons shit. So maybe that's kind of like Baba Yaga. I'm just saying, it's probably a story based off of hags. Just putting it out there.
What kind of shit do you read?
I read everything, Tickles. When you're stuck in a house for as long as I was, you have your books, okay? You've seen my library.
I've seen your library and I've seen your personal stuff. I don't know how you can get into that.
I mean, how else am I supposed to explore from within my walls?
Explore within your walls? It's simple. Hey, do you want to have sex? Sure, that's how it works.
Okay, considering
With
how I
who,
have
her brother?
undead servants, my brother and my father, that's a little awkward.
You have Turok. He'll be fine.
Well, I didn't know him at the time.
I thought you did.
No, he's not as old as me.
Yeah, to be fair, Turok's only like 30.
Wow,
He's like
you really enjoy
37.
them
Yeah,
youngins.
he's old. He's old for an orc. Yeah, he wasn't even born yet when I was born.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a good like 170 or so years on him before he was even born.
Wow, you are old.
I'm actually very young for my kind. Thank you. And I
I'm
think
sorry.
I look fantastic. Thank you. Just,
Do you feel fantastic?
I do, Tickles. I feel wonderful.
Well, good, because you're
Good.
gonna need us.
Wait, what? Why?
It must be her diet.
It must be.
I mean, it is more of a meat and blood diet. Wait,
All
why do
that-
I feel like this is a setup to something? Why do I feel like
Anyway, so
What does that mean?
All that aside, I don't understand why we're having a discussion about why we're doing this. Our friend TUES here has helped many of us and done it without question. If you don't want to be a part of it, then you don't have to be. But I'm going with him.
that's what I was saying? That's why I'm going.
I'm going. I just like to argue.
Well, that's true.
Speaking of which, I also need help liberate my family.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, what happened?
Pierce pulls out a book and writes it down. It's like, right, more.
Add it to the list.
What happened? Well, I
The
mean, we know your parents are
kingdom-
pieces of shit. No offense.
Technically, I assume they didn't do the kidnapping. It was my stepbrother.
I do remember you mentioning a brother, but it wasn't your parents. It was your brother. I mean, I know you don't like him, but that's all you really said. Is there a reason why he wanted to kidnap you?
I assume he wants to get rid of me because I'm technically in line of the throne.
Older sibling.
Not really older. I'm the oldest. He's the youngest.
Well, that's what I meant. You're the older sibling.
And he's also a Minotaur.
Well,
I am assuming adopted.
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
That makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, I was like, wait, do you have a ratling and a minotaur parents? Or I thought they were both ratling.
No,
Okay, that makes more sense.
they're both frats. It's just that they felt, I don't know, I was lonely and decided to pick up a commoner, and pretty much, yeah, he gets mistreated by them because, yeah, that, you know how that turns out with commoners and nobles and other shit. You know, they treat him like shit because he's a commoner. Yeah. Anyway, so he's just mad at me,
I mean,
and he finally, usurped the throne. I think it's called. He overthrew them. He didn't kill them, thankfully.
Oh, so your brother's in charge.
Yeah, and I gotta try to put a stop to him.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, that sounds delightful.
Well, how about this, Tickles? It sounds like we have a couple of things on our plate then. I get my ring sometime today, or my chain sometime today. So we can wait until it gets magically delivered somehow. I have it. We go deal with this witch hag. I keep saying hag. It actually could not even be a hag, but witch. I'm just going to say witch. Witch. Then we can maybe continue to help TUES salvage his town, and then I teleport us back to the far reach up north, and we go to your castle and deal with your shit's brother.
I can't remember. Is it a castle or is it underground? I think it's underground.
Oh no, this is a full castle.
Oh, it's a full castle? Okay.
Yeah, so a rock is, I think, generic Disney Kingdom. How it's got that that vast ivory castle overlooking a beautiful ocean, and down below is just a vibrant village landscape. Like I said, the Far Reach is a very storybook, all the way to its capital, which is just like somebody just looked at it like a Disney castle, like, yep, that, and just copy pasted.
That's makes me love my castle even more. That's tacky.
You get the whole Frankenstein castle. That's you.
Whoa. I love that, okay?
I get generic Disney. It's great.
All I'm thinking now is that, like, every morning at dawn, like, there's a pixie that goes over the top. There's a half circle.
It's just a rat with wings.
And it's like, it's morning!
Oh, no.
Okay, but I mean, does that sound okay? Can we do that in that order, or do we want to mix it up? Like, we would be able to travel a little faster once I get this ring sometime.
Hey,
I keep saying ring,
I'm up
chain.
for whatever.
It's a chain.
I mean, it's my family, my people, and he's got undead people he's got to take care of. So sure.
Isn't that the chain?
It's the chain you gave me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one that I use as a I wrap it up a few
Bracelet.
times to make it a bracelet. Yeah. It matches the rest of my chainmail and everything. It's perfect. And I put it on my my dragon arm because that's the one. I don't wear a glove on that one anymore, so I have it wrapped on that. So yeah, perfect. Okay, so I don't know how this works, and if we're gonna go into a potential forest of danger, do you all mind waiting just a little bit until I receive that sometime today? I think isn't someone else getting something today too? I thought.
Well, isn't
I kind of
evening coming?
I look out a window.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow. It's still today. I forgot. Tomorrow I'm getting it. My bad. I forgot it's not the next day yet. Tomorrow I get it. And I could have sworn someone's getting something else tomorrow too. Maybe. TUES? No, I think it was. Was it Zale? Who went shopping with me? It was Zale, it was Caldross, and I think Tickles.
Yes, you should be receiving your enchanted chain soon.
I never went.
Never mind.
I wanted to, but no one told me anything, so. Oh well.
I don't know where you were at that time, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, you know what? I don't think you were there that session. Anyway, I'm waiting for something for tomorrow, so if anyone just doesn't mind waiting until I get that, then I'm all good to go. I just don't know what this creepy enchanted forest or whatever is going to do that may prevent us from getting it when it could really help us out. Because I can use that shit once a day. Sorry, poop. Once a day.
You land and looks. It's okay. I hear that in the tavern all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, I showed up Pete. How old is he again? He's like 13, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, he can hear it. Do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, no, I mean, is that okay with everybody?
I don't care.
I love you, Rose. Good. All right. I'm glad we all spoke up about it. This is fantastic.
Well,
I'm just
like
gonna,
I said,
just
I'm going with
assume
TUES.
Zale snores. I'm gonna take that as a yes. So, I mean, Zale's all in. She even mentioned before she's in. So
You see her
I'm
face
taking
down,
that.
snoring, and her hand goes up. with a
Like her
thumbs
arm
up.
just twitches. Yeah. No, I'm all for this. Okay. So perfect. We have a plan-ish, and yeah. By the way, the trick with the rooms is fantastic. It looks like my old room.
Oh yes, that's why it knows you.
That's awesome.
I try to make my guests as comfortable as possible.
Well, you do a very good job. Thank you so much.
So, will you be leaving us in the morning?
I don't think so. We probably should head out tomorrow. But I have an item that's magically being delivered tomorrow.
Oh,
So-
I don't mean you have to leave. Stay as long as you like. I just wanted to know so I can get those potions you asked for readied.
I mean, I feel like we need a day anyway, especially to give Zale a heads up, as well as maybe prep a little bit before we venture into.
And she kind of
a
looks over.
creepy-ass
She's like,
forest.
that is just rude. And she points a finger and just shoots like a little jolt of electricity that just like stings Zale in the butt to wake her up.
Oh, I made Ogren perk up.
She like bolts upright and she's got her claws out and her teeth bared and she's growling. She was dreaming about chasing something.
And she's like, oh,
She's looking around like,
oh, you're awake. Dinner's ready, dear.
dinner?
Yes, please.
Food?
I could eat.
Zale, come sit. There's
She'll
lots of
get
food.
up and she'll just leave all her crap on the beanbag. Like she's claimed it. This is my spot. I'm leaving my jacket here, type of thing.
Dibs.
Okay, Sheldon.
She
This is my
go
spot.
grab a seat at the table.
In the coordinate system, this is my 000.
Exactly. What did I miss?
You guys are
What
gonna
time
kill a
is it?
witch.
Which one?
Very tactfully put. The one that cursed him, haunting TUES, and apparently maybe terrorizing everyone and being the next Baba Yaga.
I mean, I'm for killing all of them, but starting with that one sounds good.
Long story short, she also eats dreams, so we need to have energy drinks while we wander through the forest.
How much time do we have before we have to leave?
That is up to you, dear. As I was telling your friends, you are more than welcome to stay as long as you want.
I say a day and a half. That way we have at least a day to prep for what we need and then go.
As I said, that gives me some time to work on the potions you asked for.
Potions?
Yes,
What
you're-
potions?
She's gonna make us some health potions.
I'll make
We don't
you.
need health potions.
I'll make you a traveler's kit of potions, not just health.
Well, what does that come with?
Various odds and ends to make sure that you have what you need.
Oh, wow, thank you. That would be
It-
great.
Sounds like you know a thing or two about alchemy.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I
you
have
see.
a couple hundred years experience in the arts.
So you probably have an abundance of basic ingredients then.
Oh, I grow my own.
Don't suppose you'd be willing to sell some.
Well, I don't need coin, dear. If you need your If you need your kits refurbished, just go out in the garden and pick to your heart's content.
I will take you up on that offer. And since it sounds like we have at least a little bit of time, I don't suppose you'd allow me use of your alchemy station, bench, cooktop?
Yes, you would be able to use my kiln if you wish. Just open that door, think of a kiln, and go through.
I don't understand.
That's cool.
Just go with it, Zale. You'll be fine.
Landon walks over and he opens the door, and you just see a solid wall.
It's a magical door,
And he
Zale.
shuts
it takes you where you want to go. Within the house.
So it's a doorway, not a
It's a gate.
not a portal.
No, it's
Yes,
not a
it is
portal.
a portal.
It's not technically.
Kind of.
It's not technically a portal, dear. Think of it more as a magical hallway.
It's really cool.
Right. That's not at all confusing.
Well, I mean, you were asleep for it.
Look, you open the door, and as you walk through it, you think of where in the house you want to go, and it takes you there immediately. That's all there is to it.
And if you don't think of anything, you get smacked by a wall.
That's probably because you were sidetracked, Tickles.
Yeah, I was.
Well,
You need to
All
stop
sounds-
worrying so much. All your fur's going to fall out.
My fur's fine.
Well, for
For
now.
now.
I mean, it's not my fault there's no fur on my tail.
Jinx.
Just hold your tails.
I mean, your tail is quite bare.
Did you just call my tail bear?
No, it was a joke.
And it's not a
because-
bear. Do you see claws on this thing?
Yes.
Where? Where do you see claws on my tail?
I don't think Tickles got the joke.
I don't think so either. So anyway, alchemy. I need your help with something tomorrow, Ash. Then I asked you about this a while ago, but we got sidetracked. I didn't have ingredients.
Yes. Yes. Because I mean, I'm just waiting for a package tomorrow. So, right, you were asleep. Did you order anything from that magic shop that got custom made that needs to be delivered here?
No, I bought something from the magic shop.
I swear to God, someone else custom ordered something.
Someone else did custom order something.
I
Was it
was
Molly?
thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
It was
getting
Molly? Okay.
a bracelet enchanted with haste, and I decided not to because I was already full up on attunement slots.
Yep. Because remember, any of the items that you're given or that you get from him need attunement.
Yeah. That's right, it was Molly. Okay. Yay.
I can make something if someone needs anything.
Can you enchant things?
Yeah, I can.
Well, that's cool.
Because I thought of something that I wanted on the way here. We were already too far to turn back to the town. Do you just make them from scratch, or how does that work, Tickles?
To be honest, I really don't know how that works.
As the arcanist, right?
Yes.
Artificer.
Or the artificer. Yeah, you pretty much you imbue items with magical essence.
Let me see if I can find. Here it is. Artificer infusions. Let's see here. Okay, get rid of the ones that say level 6. I can do returning weapon. I can do replicate magic item. I can repeating shot, enhance weapon, enhance defense, and enhance arcane focus. And the magic item can go to alchemy jug, arm blade, bag of holding, cup of water breathing, book of a knight, prosthetic limb, rope of climbing, sending stones, wand of magic detention, and wand of secrets.
So then a different type of enchantment from the kind we get from somebody that, say, operates an enchanting store or something.
Kind of. I could be a built-in magic store-ish thing.
Well, you can
Like,
make
if I want
bags of
something
holding?
specific done to, say, a ring of mine, can you do something specific, or are you limited to a certain set of skills?
I'm limited to a certain set of skills.
I see. That's unfortunate. But good to know.
I can make your ring. Oh no, never mind. I was about to say I could do like an arcane focus with your ring, but then realized that I can't do that. That's a rod,
I
staff, or
also
wand.
don't use spells. I don't.
I mean,
know.
don't we need another bag of holding because of our collection from earlier today? Aren't we like kind of capped?
I can make one, and that does not need to be attuned.
Well, Zale is using my box of holding.
Oh, there
Yes,
we
I
go.
filled that up, by the way. I carried it over here. I didn't actually give it back to you yet, but it's over there on the beanbag if you want it.
Should we go into one of the rooms and count all that and see what we got?
Yes.
I was just gonna do that tomorrow, but we can do that today if you want
Oh,
to.
well, no, I mean, I guess we have time to kill tomorrow, so, I mean,
So I grabbed 4 items that looked nice when I was in there. I don't know what they are. I haven't even looked at them yet.
I grabbed a shit ton of gold or whatever. Coin. I grabbed a lot of coin and I just shoveled it in. I may have gotten items. I just don't know. I just shoveled anything I saw.
Does anyone here have the ability to fully identify items?
Oh, I do, dear.
Un momento, por favor.
I can identify items for you.
Because I already went through my findings, and there was about 4,000 gold worth of gold and jewels and whatnot. And then there was this, and I pull out the jade goose.
And he sets this decently sized jade figurine of a very exquisite looking goose on the table.
A goose. It's an animal. I shall name it Charles.
Not the real goose.
It's a goose now. His name is Charles.
Okay.
I named it. It's
Okay.
already attached.
Charlie the goose.
Does
I
it
mean, sure.
do anything, or
Well,
is it
that's what
ornamental?
I don't know. That's why I asked if anybody could identify items, and
And she walks over and she casts Identify on the goose. Interesting. Every day it will provide you with a variety of coin.
We found our cash cow. Goose. Cash goose.
We
I'm
found
sorry,
our
are you-
golden goose.
Are you saying this is a jade golden goose?
It appears to be, yes.
And how does one activate said ability?
Oh, you just have it out and it will randomly generates.
Didn't you read
Currency.
the fairy tale? It makes golden eggs.
And as she says that, 80 gold just goes all over the table.
I was gonna say, is it one of those like it pops, it like poops out an egg, and then you open it up, and that's the coins you get?
No,
All
just
right,
80
no.
80 coin just go
I
all
now
over the table.
I need to know how much of the dragon's hoard was just from this jade goose pooping out gold every day.
Yes.
You
Yes
don't
is the
know.
answer.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
been there for a couple thousand years. Just leave it be.
Yeah.
Zale, I think this might need to have a place in. Wait, do we have a vault? in
We
the
can
keep?
make one.
Our bags of holding.
I have that orb that kind of shapes the. You're talking about the keep, right?
Yes, the keep.
I have the orb that kind of shapes it to our needs, so I'm sure we can make a vault.
This might need to have a
Oh,
place of honor
Well,
in our.
we have a
new
vault.
vault.
We basically just suspend it at the top of the vault, and it just rains coins whenever it decides.
So you're suggesting we put this on a literal platform and then it just dispenses every day?
I think
Yes.
we should have it on a pedestal, and that pedestal should have like a
That's basically what I was saying.
what would be a waterfall, except no water, just gold coins.
I'm sure we can arrange that.
Out of curiosity, just because I guess since we're doing it, can you cast Identify on this shield? And I'll pull out the golden dragon shield.
Yes, I can do that if you wish me to.
If you don't mind, thank you.
Walks over and runs her hand over it, casting Identify.
I also do have Identify, by the way. I picked it up.
Interesting.
Oh man, what does this do?
Old. It's incomplete though. It needs its siblings in order to take effect.
Like a matching golden dragon blade?
If I'm gathering correctly, there is a blade and a suit of armor that goes with it.
Oh.
Goodbye, magical. Hello, golden knights.
I mean, gold's not really my color, but I do love gold. Okay, well, I mean, did something. Okay, well, I guess we have to search for them.
Alone, it's a +1 shield.
Oh, okay. But group
So you're saying there's more of it?
Yes. It's the, as I said, it's got 2 siblings, a blade and a suit of armor.
There wouldn't happen to be a way that we could track that down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe.
Basically locate the mates
I mean,
of the armor.
it is possible. I don't know of such a way, but maybe if you can track down the shield's point of origin, maybe that would give you an idea of where to look.
Okay.
Zale, didn't you say that you had a way to look into the history of items? You did it with Tyrus's wooden sword.
I did,
right?
yes.
That's right. I mean, we could certainly do that if
We
you're
could.
willing.
I don't recall if I have taken a full rest. Since
You
last
have
time.
not.
Oh, we have not.
No.
I can do it tomorrow.
Oh,
I
that's fine.
I thought Zale did that the night before we headed out and then ran into the dragon.
Yeah, you haven't had a day's rest
Yeah.
since.
That's right. Because I did that, and then I took watch and did that horrible roll. And then we fought the
Oh.
dragon, and then went the rest of the way here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said he
Yeah.
doesn't hold grudges, right?
seriously.
He's not known to hold grudges, no.
Okay, cool.
Probably a really good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So, remind me tomorrow, and I'll see if I can come up with anything. I don't want to request too much from you, since you've been such a gracious host already. But if you're offering, I've got 4 things on the beanbag over there that need to be looked at.
Leave them there for me and I will look at them in the morning. You know, spells and all.
Well, you're already being too kind.
It's my joy in life to help others.
Now, when you identified this goose, was there any caveats about the gold? Is it real?
It's real gold.
What should be Bimmy's gold?
Don't put that evil on us.
We already had a fake dragon horde, okay? No.
I'll have a pouch of those fun tokens.
I was gonna say somebody has a pouch full of Bimmy fun tokens.
On the
Yeah,
bottom
because
of the goose
I'm
is
waiting for
Bimmy's
the chance to
products.
throw them in his face.
I mean, I do like the idea of free gold, but usually things aren't free. Is my only concern.
From what I can tell, it creates the currency of whatever the owner intends.
All right, well, I'll just keep an eye on it, I guess. But thank you.
Of course. Now, is there anything anyone else needs of me, or if not, I shall retire for the night to get those potions ready for you. Please help.
Thank you again.
Please help yourself to whatever amenities in the house that you wish. There is drinks and food in that box over there if you need anything. If you need to find your way around the house, Landon can help you.
You wouldn't happen to have a bath or a soaking tub in this house, would you?
All of those amenities are in your rooms.
Wonderful. It's this dragon blood is starting to dry, and it's not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I glance over at the chair, the beanbag that you were laying on.
It's filthy.
Oh yeah, it's caked. It's caked in like dry dragon blood and everything.
Ugh.
I'm going
That's
to
gross.
hold the goose. I'm going to look it in the face. And I'm going to think about Electrum.
It explodes.
And
Is it platinum more?
As you think of
I'm sorry, I had to.
as you think of Electrum, you see its eyes shine for a moment.
Don't you do it. You think of something else right now.
Is it platinum more?
Platinum. Electrum's more than gold, but less than platinum.
Yeah, Electrum is like the $2 bill of like
Yeah.
D&D.
Nobody uses it. It's
Why
just
would you
there.
think Electrum?
Because it's a
Because
meme.
It's dope.
Electrum,
Because of last night.
yeah, Electrum is a D&D meme.
Oh God.
We've had opportunities to
Like the
remove it
dollar
from the
quarter.
system.
It wasn't in 4th edition, and then it came back.
Came back.
Came back just for Strahd, nothing else.
Oh God.
That's cute.
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I think Zale's just going to stuff her face yet again. And then she's going to go soak in a tub for a couple hours and then sleep off the rest of the night.
Coincidentally, Ash will be doing the same, where she will have a nice long soak before she retires for the night as well.
Just as clarification, Electrum is between silver and gold.
Oh, it's between silver and gold?
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't that much.
No, it's between silver
okay.
and gold.
Yeah.
My bad.
But before, like when I'm done, or actually no, I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I'm gonna just double check on Sahara before I retire and
Okay.
take a bath and all that stuff, just to make sure she's good and maybe put a blanket on her or something.
Mhm.
Let her know that I'm thinking about her.
All right. So
Silver and gold.
everybody retires for the night. Takes care of what they need to.
Yay.
And when you wake up in the morning, and you make your way out into the common room, there is a small picnic basket sitting on the table, and in front of it are 2 necklaces, or 2 chains. One has Ash's name, the other one has Molly's name.
Put
And
that bad boy on.
Ravania looks over. It's like, oh, those arrived earlier this morning. But I didn't want to wake you up. You seem to be in comfort. The picnic.
Thank you.
The picnic basket is full. It has the potions that I made you, along with a couple snacks to take with you once you leave.
You're finished already.
Oh yes, that is like a menial task for me.
That's incredible. Are you sure we can't repay you in some way?
Like you've already done so much for Landon, and if you are successful, you will be doing so much more for me and the people of this island. So think of it as a thank you.
All right, of course. Again, thank you so much. I'm gonna peek in the basket.
Right, and when you look in the basket, you see that there is 10 potions inside of there, and then you see
Basic potions.
potions.
Oh, just potions. Sorry.
Potions,
Right.
yeah. And then there are a couple like what look to be wrapped sandwiches and cookies and whatnot in there as well.
Hey, boo boo, how'd you like a
Yes.
picnic basket?
I will grab the basket and my chain, and I will start. Oh God, I have to unattune to something.
Yeah, have fun with
Hardest
that.
part of D&D,
Yep.
deciding what to throw away.
Exactly. What to throw away to make for the brand new shiny.
You
I'm
know,
fine. I can assume almost everything.
I love my shield, but I've been using my greatsword more. I will unattune to my shield, and
What shield?
it's the +2 shield.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Now you get rid of the +2 shield.
I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just unattuning to it, is all. There's no
Understand.
getting rid of it.
You think she's going to willingly give up anything? She
Yeah, that-
hoards health potions.
Yeah, which I'm dangerously low on, and that's the truth. And that's not
How
me
many
just
do you
joking.
actually
Ah!
have?
I actually only have
4.
7.
Oh,
Wow, you finally got into the single digits.
Altogether, though, I probably have like 11 because I do have a few greater potions.
Don't you still have one of those weird discolored ones, or does someone?
I do have one. Yes.
Don't drink it in town.
It's actually the one that I gave Molly. So whatever that one is. The lighter color one.
Lighter pink.
The
Yeah.
lighter pink.
The lighter
That would
pink.
be regen, I believe,
Yep.
because I also had that.
Regeneration.
The regeneration? Okay.
Yeah, as regenerative properties.
As opposed to mask sanguinate.
We don't
Oh.
talk about that.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm seeing it on here. Tickles, did I give you the dark potion or the very dark potion?
You gave me the sanguine, and you gave me a light regen. Those were the only two you gave me.
Because I'm just now realizing I have 2 very dark potions.
Uh-oh.
I'll take one.
No.
Just do the taste test. Just identify them.
You know
right
what?
now.
I'm
Why
gonna
not?
have Zale do that later anyway for the basket of potions, so it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's fine.
Just
Is it,
replace one of them with it.
Zale,
Yeah.
when you come out, you find that there's a small bag of alchemical supplies already picked and stored for you.
I adore this grandma.
She's a grandma. Come on.
And make stuff again. Awesome. Okay.
My armor class is back down to 20.
Oh, poor baby.
For you.
Poor baby.
Okay.
It is. It is.
Maybe I'll be
Okay.
able to hit you now.
For you, I have a 16. Lay off me.
Defensive duelist. Actually, with defensive duelist, it bumps me up to 25.
Yeah, that's if you
Then-
take defensive.
Or
That's if you
you.
use
And
defensive.
then if you
duelist.
have
Well, yeah.
haste, you have 27. So
Yeah, and with my shield, it was 24. And if I did
and that's-
defensive duelist, that would have been 29.
And that's when I just say dex save.
Yeah. Hey, I got a good deck save, man. Ish.
Ish.
It's my third best.
So everyone does what they need to do throughout the day. Just menial
I'm going to take the
tasks.
time to attune, by the way,
Okay.
to my chain.
Rose wants to see the unicorn.
Oh, did someone needed a bag of holding?
I figured we needed one.
Ground, just to let you know, it only takes an hour for you to infuse an item.
Okay, so I need a bag from you.
Yep, you just need a burlap bag and you can make it a bag of holding.
All right.
I look around for some place I can literally dump out everything that's currently in the bag.
Okay.
And just hand tickles the current one.
Fox,
Okay.
send me the potions that you were going to be using to make.
Okay, I actually have a number of different things that I want to be doing since I have access to an alchemy station essentially.
Yeah, send me that list and I'll work with you. Like sidebar it.
I also do want to have a conversation with Ash.
Okay.
Well, I did say I would help you too, so yeah.
So while all of this is going on, Rose, you walk outside, you go around back, and you're like just stopped in your tracks as you see this majestic silvery unicorn walking along the outside of the stables. As he's walking, you can see like the grass underneath his hooves slowly growing with each step, and just like this sort of pure sheen of light coming off of him.
Like she looks at it and she's just like, I want to hug it. And she just slowly like approaches the unicorn non-threateningly.
And the moment you begin to walk near him, Gerald stops. Not Gerald, what did I call him?
Gerard.
Gerald is someone else. And he stops and he looks at you. He kind of like tilts his head questioningly. Almost as like he's like kind of sizing you up.
Rose waves at him.
He kind of just blows out air from his nose.
Now, does his temperament seem just cautious or
it seems to be a
hostile?
warning, like come no closer style warning.
Get closer.
Do it.
I mean, she would get a little closer. I mean, she would take a single step just to see what it does. Like, again, not threateningly. She's just trying to see, like, how far she can push this guy.
I'm just gonna poke the bear, not attack the bear.
Exactly. I'm just gonna squeeze its tail and walk away.
It's time for initiative.
So as you take that step, his horn shines for a moment.
Ooh.
Can you give me a dexterity save?
I can attempt that. Dirty 20.
30-20, okay. So you feel like roots and everything begin to like spiral up around your leg, almost if he's trying to entangle you, but you're able to pull your feet away, like breaking the roots before like they're able to take too much of a hold.
She looks at him and she laughs. She's like, I know that trick. I don't want to hurt you.
It kind of like narrows its eyes at you. And then you just hear in what languages do you speak?
Those.
Okay, so in
Oh,
Umbral,
I need to add. I need
you
to
need
add.
to add Infernal.
Yeah.
So in Elvish, you hear him say, "Back away, fiend. You shall get no closer."
I am a fae, not a fiend.
The smell of corruption says otherwise.
I keep mixed company.
You carry taint.
She stops and she goes, so because I have relations with infernals, you deem me unworthy?
No. I deem you unworthy of because of what you are becoming. You are unclean, tainted, corrupted.
Oh, I'm far from corrupted. Trust me, if I was corrupted, you would know.
I can already smell it on you.
I swear, you upper planers. I just wanted to admire you. You are a wonderful specimen.
I thank you, but admire from a distance.
So be it.
I'm waiting for that misty step.
I'm debating it so hard, sir. You don't know.
Roll a die for it. Do it. I do it.
Oh.
The gang slaughters a unicorn.
Mm.
You want to talk about having taint on you? Oh, you do not kill a unicorn.
All
Flip a
I
coin. Shit.
I gotta flip a coin.
Yes. Oh, great. Flip a coin. Flip a coin. Flip a coin. Yes! We're getting it!
Oh God.
Oh, this is gonna end badly. So she's within 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, she misty steps onto its back.
Oh,
Okay.
well, you knew you well.
Nice knowing you, Rose.
But when she does, she hugs it lovingly.
Give me a
She's
persuasion
trying to
roll.
soften the blow.
Okay, let's see. I rolled a 1.
You hear him laugh, and wings sprout out from his back.
She's
And
like,
he just takes off vertically.
oh, she's like freaking Harry Pottering at the end of Prisoner of Azkaban right now.
And everyone inside the house just hears this very loud gale of air just rush over the landscape as the unicorn takes off. And Ravanya looks out. She's like, oh no. She didn't.
Huh? What's going on?
I don't know what you're talking about,
What
but
happened?
she probably did.
Rose, she's on Gerard's back.
Wait, that's your unicorn?
Yeah, yes.
Oh God, is it galloping away?
He doesn't like to be touched.
Oh, she touched him.
She's
Of course she
riding
touched him.
him.
I mean, if she's riding him, she should be fine,
Right?
right?
I don't know. And he just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And Rose,
Should
you're
I
about
shoot him down?
a good 200 feet in the air at this point in time. I can stop anytime you want, Fiend.
I'm having a ball.
I see.
Again, she's not trying to hurt him. She's just holding on.
We don't know she's airborne, do we?
Oh no, you don't, because she said, oh no, she's riding him.
Yeah.
He's like, time of your life.
Well, I don't have the opportunity to fly very often, so this is a treat for me.
Well, let's make it more of a treat. And his horn begins to shine. And
I'm
then
bright like a diamond.
and then you just hear him as he vanishes. And you begin to feel yourself free fall.
Free fall.
So I'm 200 feet up, right? All right.
Yep.
Let's see.
Oh my.
And then Ravani's like, and now she's falling through the air.
Wait, what? How was she in the air?
Gerard took off into the air because Rose got on his back. Can
Oh
any of
no.
you fly?
I'm gonna run out to Sahara.
Oh no, I got this. It's gonna be awesome.
And Sahara's kind of like looking up in the sky, just watching Rose fall.
Rose waves at Sahara.
Sahara, can you go save Rose, please? Go catch her.
Sahara kind of takes like
Catch
this
girl.
like majestic pose and just takes off into the air towards Rose.
Yeah.
Like anyone who's looking at Rose, she looks completely unpanicked. Like she's Warner Brothers falling right now. I need to know when I get to within 2 rounds of the surface.
Hey, give me a second one here. Give me one moment here.
Everything's fine. This is fine.
While he's plotting Rose's demise, was there any potions that anyone requested from Zale?
Yes.
It was, yeah.
All right, Rose, you get within your intended
Taste.
range. And Sahara's
Okay.
kind of just like gliding next to you, like looking at you like, do I grab you?
So I cast this on the ground. So if I time it right, it'll appear and I'll be able to dive into it.
Cast what? Riptide. Oh, we saw this earlier. 20-foot tall, 20-foot radius cylinder centered on the point of the ground. Each creature that area must make a strength saving throw. Okay, but this is the same thing that would happen with Molly when Molly tried to use this. Like you've still fallen a decent distance. Slamming into the water is
I'm not
still...
slamming into water. I'm diving into the column.
At terminal velocity.
Yeah, your terminal velocity diving into the column of water.
Doing a cliff dive into the water.
This isn't Pocahontas.
Yeah, this isn't Pocahontas.
This is real life.
Fine. Smack water, it feels like cement.
Cliff divers dive that high. Plus, when I touch water,
Yeah, but the water is calm.
Yeah, but
It's not raging.
When I touch water, unlike Molly, I become an aquatic being.
It still doesn't
I don't
stop
I think a
that was
Triton would still get hurt from that
Yeah,
fall from a
I-
riptide.
Don't think it would work like that.
I
Off-grid.
actually want to know how many feet that a cliff diver goes through the water when they hit.
I have jumped from.
If it's more than 20 feet, then yeah, that's
I've
my
jumped
guess.
from about 70 feet, and I was fine, but it did sting.
It hurts
200
because you always
feet?
go feet first and it hurts.
200
Yeah.
feet? I think you're dead.
I don't think I'm dead.
Yeah, cliff jumping out of 200 feet is fatal.
Well, I did tell Sahara to go fetch, so
I mean, the like looking at the current world record is 193 feet.
193. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
7 feet of that.
193, and it's a human. You know, she's not
I
a
mean,
human.
If you want to do this, I will make you make a saving throw for it if this is what you're intending to do.
This is what she's intending to do.
Okay.
I mean, she has a pact with like a water being, like Ubermensch goddess. You know, what's the point of being able to turn into a mermaid if you can't like do super high dives?
Sometimes I
The
feel
other
like gods
thing
can't
is,
fix
how
stupidity.
high is this column?
20 feet.
20 feet.
20 you don't
feet
think
high.
you're going to still hit the ground?
No, she's gonna veer off and shoot out the side.
Okay.
You know what? At this point, it doesn't matter. It's GM's discretion. So.
Okay. I am going to need.
Let me read you something off my character sheet. Under flaws, I do what I want.
I do what I want.
If there's a plan, I might forget it. If I don't forget it, I'll probably ignore it.
Okay.
And you day one of flaws at the beginning of the
I need.
It's like this isn't some random happenstance. This is a character flaw that she has.
And she thinks we're reckless sometimes.
Oh no, this is super reckless because either way, it's gonna hurt. There's no coming out of this unscathed. It's just, are you taking full? Are you taking half?
But they were all just watching her.
I need a acrobatics check from you for your little dive into the water here.
Okay.
Dive.
Swan dive.
It's not horrible. It's 16.
Okay. So we're gonna take our second break for the night, and then when we come back, we're gonna find out how much damage Rose just took.
Oh,
AKA, Rojan needs to crunch some numbers and figure out how many D6s.
AKA,
He needs to bring up the virtual app.
AKA, I don't have enough D6s.
Yep, that's virtual app.
It's a set number of D6s. Let's not go crazy.
I don't have 20 D6.
So, whose fault is that?
So we will
While
be
we're
right
on
back.
the break, I did send you my alchemy list
All right.
just now.
All right, so give us a few here, guys. We're gonna get up, stretch your legs, all that fun stuff, and when we come back, we will see how hurt Rose is.
Oh God.
So yeah, see you when we get back.
I think.
And we are back.
Oh,
I had the
Yellow.
I have the perfect emote for what's happening right now.
Oh no.
I see it in there, Lacey.
Oh no.
All right.
Appropriate.
Hi, Retro.
I was gonna try and use innate ability, but it counts as a spell. It counts as a spell, and you can't do 2 spells in a round, unless one's a cantrip, and it's not a cantrip.
Oh my.
So still, as soon as she touches the water, she's a mermaid.
Rose screaming, "This is fine," as she plummets towards the ground.
She's not screaming. She looks as calm can be.
Fox, or HP Fox, I'm sending you something real quick. In Discord.
Yes, I have the information for that. I actually have
Okay.
it up
You do?
on D&D Beyond already.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Am I muted?
Apparently, I had to buy the pack. Apparently.
Nope. We hear you. I hear
Yeah, we
you.
hear you.
No, okay, because sorry, Rose said I was muted. No, I was
I think he
whispering.
was just counting all the dice.
Yeah, I was counting all the dice. So, Ash,
Oh my.
you're looking up as you see your griffin. It's kind of gliding next to Rose.
No, no.
It's like flying down with her, not touching her because he's kind of like looking at Rose like, "Do you need help?" And you see Rose just like cast like this torrent of water coming up 20 feet high towards her. And she hits the water. And as soon as she does, you see that tail transform. But she's still plummeting down to the ground, but she pulls up. But not enough. And as she pulls up, she's shot out of the side of the torrent wall.
Wait, is this Rose?
Yeah,
Okay.
not Sahara.
I freaked out internally for a moment there. I was like, wait, what?
And you see Rose kind of fly for a little bit and just like slam into the wall of the hut.
I wouldn't aim for the hut.
You have no choice. The current goes, baby.
I control the current. It's my spell.
Rose, you are going to take 84 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That wall not shattered?
I'm going to make a check for that.
I was like, oh, this poor lady who has been
No.
nothing but kind to us.
Wall holds. That wall is
Did I
set.
take full damage or half damage?
You take full damage.
Oh.
Really? My 16 didn't give me half?
Not for a 200-foot fall, I don't.
That's the sound of chaos.
Physics was
Well,
not on
the-
your
the-
side for this one.
The water isn't what knocks her out. The hitting of the wall is
The
what
hitting
knocks her
of the
out.
wall is, yeah, she just goes, and she just kind of like crumples to the ground.
She doesn't crumple.
Doesn't she though?
You're unconscious. You don't know. I will facepalm, whistle Sahara back over, and I'll be like, Sale, can you please help me?
Sale's in the alchemy room right now.
Oh, never mind. Molly, can you please help me? And I'm going to walk over and take care of Rose.
Okay. You could see that like she's kind of like she's kind of got like an indentation in her head where she like hit the wall.
Mm,
Everything like a little bit of blood is coming up out of it.
mm.
I mean, I'm only 11 hit points in the negative.
You're not
technically.
dead. You're just hurt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know,
Only 11 in the negative
she
after
took
being at full HP at level 13.
Yeah.
She took it like a champ. You
I agree.
don't play me off like some sort of chump.
To be fair, so did the wall.
Molly.
The wall took it
And
better
she
than
has
you did.
zero con bonus, so suck on that.
Molly is going to cast heal on Rose, giving her 70 hit points.
Okay. So,
As Ash kind of holds her unconscious body in her arms.
hey, Rose, you're jolted back up.
Clear.
They hit you with
Must be
that
morning.
they hit you with that adrenaline shot.
So, alrighty. So I hit the water, goes black. I like startle up. I'm like filled to the brim with like go-go juice in my body. And I'm in the arms of Ashton.
Yeah.
Angel. Yes.
Rose reaches up and kisses her.
Ash just shakes her head and just lets it happen. She's like, you know, Rose, sometimes you do the craziest things. And look what happened.
She's like, that was so much fun.
I'm sure it was. You were almost dead. Next time, just hang on to Sahara, maybe, please? So this
Well,
doesn't happen again?
if the unicorn wasn't being such an ass, he could have let me drop lower. He didn't have to take me up that high.
Well, he doesn't like to be touched.
Oh, please, he's a unicorn. He's gorgeous. Of course he's gonna be touched.
Well, yeah, but he's still a very high, beautiful being that doesn't like to be touched.
Well, tell him to put some scars on his body. As long as he looks that good, it's going to happen.
Just because he's pretty does not give you permission.
Says you.
No means
I
no.
give Rose mad props. I'm like, hell yeah, I would have never done something that crazy. Holy.
Tickles are not
Really?
helping.
Look at Tickles. Yes, you would.
You have.
Yes, you would. And you have, yeah. Remember the whole jumped off a cliff to go into a water djinn's lair?
We don't talk about that.
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, no, that's a tale we should tell you sometime. She picked a fight with a water djinn when we didn't need to.
So like Rose like pops up and she dusts herself off.
And Irvania comes out and she's got a sad look on her face. She's like, why did you have to touch him?
You have to ask why I had to touch him. He's gorgeous.
Yes, but now he's gonna go and he's gonna pout for a while, and I'm gonna have to wait for him to come back to be able to do anything.
Oh, please. If having me hug him and ride him for a little bit is that much to give him such a bruising to his ego, then he needs to, I don't know, like take the stick out of his gorgeous rear end.
Only those he deems worthy are allowed to touch him.
I wanted to see him.
He was lovely.
Thanks, you ruined the fun
I
for
can
everyone.
imagine. I've only seen them in picture books. Well, at least you're better now, Rose. Thank the gods.
What a great image. She going splat. Oh,
You key fished it. I heard this expression somewhere in another book. You key fished it.
what does that mean?
Well, I'm not very used to being a fish, so my aim was off.
Little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, are you dead?
No,
Did you have fun?
of course.
That's all that matters. Okay, let's go. Where are we going? Oh, wait.
Not
that's right.
encourage this.
I will encourage this 100% of the time. Oh, look, a penny.
I'm gonna go join Zale and help with potions. And I'm just gonna kind of give Rose a hug that's like a, I'm not mad, just disappointed kind of hug. Like, oh, lady.
I'm going to go 2 miles that way.
Oh God, you're still trying to get out of the range.
Yes.
Took my mirror back, so.
Rose is still like amped. She goes and climbs a tree.
Oh god, she's an adrenaline high.
It's like, oh, yeah.
All right. Fox, for the first potion, go ahead and give me an alchemy roll.
Okay.
Would I be assisting at this point or not yet?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that is a 29.
Okay, so you're able to make a potion of that.
Rad. Okay.
Mystery potion.
Okay, so this is continue on working when you travel. Okay. So the tasks that you have while you're doing at the alchemy station, you complete those.
Awesome. Yeah, I figured I'd get as much done as I can at the station and prep things so I can continue working on them with my kit as we travel.
All right. Aside from space diving with a unicorn and doing alchemy, is there anything else anybody wants to do before you head out?
Well, I guess we're waiting for Tickles to do her 4-mile hike.
And
don't know.
I gave the basket to Zale as well to inspect like what each potion was.
Yeah, but Tickles, Ash said she took the mirror back, so.
I mean, I could try to use my ring.
Ring is only a one-time use.
Yeah.
Also, your ring doesn't work right now.
Right.
Remember, you can't teleport. Because it's infernal magic and infernal magic is weakened.
That's true. Well, I get halfway there. I'll make it. I'm just kidding. But Tickles will find a way. Oh, that's right. And she'll kind of like turn around and be like, oh, I forgot to give TUES his bag.
You're a little muffled as well, Crowden.
Sorry.
Is Tickles making it obvious that she's trying to, like, you know, let Piper know she's okay?
Well,
Kind of, yeah.
You all saw her like talk into the bird box and then put it back into Zale's bag, so you know she was sending messages.
So Rose, like from her tree, is like she's like just laying on a branch, just like, you know, reminiscing of the ride. And she goes, Piper already knows we got you, sweetie.
How come no one told me?
I don't know. I just didn't think it was relevant at the time. Things were happening. Ships were on fire. We were being attacked by things.
Oh, I didn't put the ship on fire.
Now you're booming a little bit. I'm sorry.
I didn't say you put the ship on fire. I said the ship was on.
Oh my god, now it's low.
Oh my god.
Find the happy medium.
Hold on. Going up a notch. How's this?
A little bit higher.
How about this one?
There you go.
There you
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
good.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Rose,
I didn't
we
set it
ever
on
know?
fire.
I wasn't blaming you for setting the boat on fire. I just said there were things occupying my time and my memory.
I guess.
But your husband knows that you're safe. Well, he knows you're safe as of when we got you off the boat.
Okay. Oh, Terrace.
Yes.
I just throw the bag at him. There you go.
I start shoveling everything back into it now
All right.
that it weighs substantially less than it did.
Now you're light as a feather.
Step is
Considering I
aboard.
could have knocked
is
someone
a feather.
unconscious with that.
Step is aboard.
Unless anyone else needs my expertise of magical contraptions, I'm just gonna go whatever. I don't know.
Oh, Ashton. It would probably be best if you left your griffin here while you went on your little journey.
Yeah, I actually was thinking that, considering how dangerous the forest is, and if she falls asleep, she could be even more dangerous. So, would that be okay?
Yes, He is more than welcome to use that stable.
Thank you so much. I can pay you for taking care of
You,
her.
you don't need to pay me, dear. I'm
Are
just.
you sure?
Yes, I'm just helping you out.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I do have a magic whistle that when I blow it, she comes no matter where I am. So if we need to pick her up, it should be no problem.
No, so she is more than welcome to stay for however long she needs.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. Now give her a hug.
She gives you a tight hug back. You all be safe in that forest.
Oh, we're definitely prepping for it. It's sounds like it's oodles of fun.
This one is not as bad as hers. It's more mischievous in there.
Oh, great. Wow. Still, I'm worried about the whole dream eating, dream invading thing that she can do. It's not going to be good. I'm a little worried about that, especially for TUES. She has it out for him. For whatever reason.
Be fine.
Will it though?
It'll be fine. It's a flesh wound.
Sure. I mean, we're going to stop her so she can stop tormenting you and maybe even kill two birds and lift Landon's curse. Well, it's a win-win.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fine.
So is there anything else anybody needs to do before you head out?
Fox, you inquired about those potions?
Yes, I've done some of the work and can continue doing stuff on the road.
Glorious.
Well, when we kind of
Glorious.
rest for the night.
Oh, hey, Rojan. While Rose is laying up in the tree, she writes a thank you note to the unicorn.
Jesus. Just antagonize the thing.
She writes it like she's like a legit thinking of. She's like, next time, can you please drop me off a little lower? I'd rather not go unconscious the next time. The ride was rather enjoyable. Again, you are beautiful, magnificent beings. With all my love, Rosalind Dawn.
Just trolling the poor unicorn.
We're gonna give that poor unicorn nightmares.
It's just pretty much, dear unicorn. Is that all you got?
Well, she mentioned she got
no.
unconscious, but she'd rather enjoy it. She'd rather have more pleasant memories of the ride with the unicorn than going unconscious. But there's like zero ill will or animosity in the note. It's all love.
Okay.
Dot the I's with hearts.
She does. But they're not full hearts like, the high school girls do. They're like half hearts.
Yeah, other than just like assisting Zale with whatever's left of the potions, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay.
And
So-
spending time with Sahara, just petting.
After everybody gets what they need to do done, you have quick lunch with Landon and Ravania, or sitting out to the woods behind their cottage home. And as you enter as you break the tree line, it's almost as if you are stepping into a whole nother world, as everything around you is just assaulting your senses. The The plant life is just very vibrant and alive. Very sweet smells in the air. Various woodland creatures running up and down trees. Almost as if they don't have a care in the world. But you don't really feel any sort of hostility in this forest. Though you do feel as if something is watching you the moment you break that tree line. So, seeing as how this is a forest, what is this? You are particularly familiar with one type of natural environments. An adept at traveling, surviving such regions. Choose one type of favorite terrain: Arctic coast, forest, grassland, swamp, underdark, blah, blah, blah. While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, you gain the following. Difficult terrain does not slow you. Your group cannot become lost except by magical means. Even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, you remain alert to danger. You are traveling alone, you can move stealthily at a normal pace. When you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their size, and how long ago they passed through the area. All right. Right on.
Ranger.
Ranger.
Terrain. Like my first time ever getting to use it. It's like ever.
But it's funny because we've been in forests before.
Yeah, but we've been like half a day into a forest.
Yeah, this is the first time you've actually had to traverse.
This is the first time we've had to actually go through a forest.
Didn't we go through a forest with? Oh, we had Turok.
No, we skirted the forest, and we did have Turok, and it was Turok's like natural hunting ground. I didn't have to do crap. I just sat there and let the
Turok is just like, Turok is like, follow me. And just starts walking through trees.
Yep.
Like a god. All right, so I'm just gonna keep an eye out the whole time. Just
okay. So what
make
I need
sure nothing sneaks up
is since this is going to be now traveling through the forest.
Oh no.
I am going to need somebody here. We're going to have to do some sort of skill checks to make sure you safely get through the forest.
I can do that.
I can help.
Oh dear.
Depends on what it is.
Give me one moment. I'm trying to find some decent forest music for you. But so what you need to do, Tickles, is I don't tell you what skill you need to use. You tell me which one you want to use, and why you think it would work.
Really? This is interesting. Okay.
I have the perfect music for this too.
I would say maybe perception.
Okay.
So that I can, in case I might sense something that may be coming towards our way, so we can just kind of veer away from it.
Alrighty. So go ahead and give me that perception check.
All right. Ooh. 14.
14. All right, so the first leg of your journey, Tickles kind of takes the lead and begins to lead you through the various trees and everything, and you do end up finding a used footpath that some of the animals tend to frequent. Walking along the footpath, you come across what looks to be a couple deer footprints, and it looks like something has recently startled them, as they're grouped up for a moment and then they spread out. But as to what startled them and where it is at the moment, you are unsure.
Can I make a nature check to try and see if I can figure out what scared the crap out of these things?
You sure can.
Nice. So, because this is an intelligence check and I'm proficient in nature, this is now a 15 plus my die roll.
Okay.
Nice. 30.
Damn.
Ranger.
So you know that, judging from the footprints and everything that this thing made, with the pulled in feet on the front and the large webbed toes on the back, this was some sort of frog-like creature.
Oh no, not one of those things.
Oh no.
Though you, with that 30, you know this creature to be a Bukovic.
Is this one of those frog things we fought before?
No, that is a frog hemoth.
Frog hemoth, yeah.
There's a frog hemoth and a slad. No, this is a Bukovic. It's the large wood-like toad. It's made of gnarled roots. It's this large toad-like monster, bears 2 gnarled horns and wicked claws. You know that they are akin to living in watery layers.
Oh, we're no near a watery lair.
So Rose is looking at it and she turns to Tickles and she goes, Tickles, do you by chance know if there's any large bodies of water in this forest somewhere?
I wouldn't know. Can I do a nature check?
Sure.
Okay. Nature. Hey, 16.
16. You do know that there is a small river that runs through here that goes all the way to the south down to into the ocean, and there are various ponds located in the forest as well.
I go ahead and reply that to Rose.
I'm sorry, how far away did you say it was?
How far away is the Bukovic?
No, the water.
Which one? The ponds?
Yeah.
Tickles does not know the ponds. He just knows that there are various ponds in the forest.
Ooh, these things are ugly. Well, she looks at it and she goes, well, this is odd. I don't know why one would be here if there's no water.
Maybe out hunting?
It could be, but if you hear any croaking, we might want to ready ourselves.
All right. I will keep my ears perked up.
Okay. So as you start the next part of your trek into the forest, Rose, your natural explorer kicks off, so you can no longer become lost.
Woohoo!
But I need somebody else to take the next leg of this journey with whatever skill they want to try and help the group traverse.
I'll do it.
Okay. So what skill do you want to use?
I'm going to use my nature.
All right. Yeah, that would work. That you don't even have to come up with a creative reason with that. Being in a forest, a nature roll would work.
6, so 21.
21, nice. So Rose, you're able to keep the group rather safe as you're walking along the forest, avoiding various footpaths that have footprints of natural predators and whatnot, making sure that wherever you move, along the forest floor, you're not being hunted by any of the hostile natives. So you do end up coming to a riverbed,
Ooh.
and the water looks like it's flowing rather quickly. So let me do something here, because this is going to be a map. I'm just moving you guys wherever you guys are gonna.
So is the flowing river the line between the two forests?
No, it is not.
Okay.
No, we can't go in between the two forests or we'll die.
5D100s. So go ahead and set yourselves up in the walking order that you are. Rose, you will be in front since you are leading this expedition.
Yep. And hey, look, I'm already in front.
Oh, that's cool. Do we have to cross this?
Well, I need your guys' order. Like, move your tokens where your characters are going to be standing. I don't think Ash and Molly are going to be sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, Molly might.
We're right next to Rose because I'm technically kind of behind her. Ish.
Should I be sitting in a tree?
No, you cannot be sitting in a tree. The tree is far too large for you to be sitting in it.
Is this me technically being under a tree?
If you want to be under the tree, yes, you can.
Okay, because I actually want Molly to be up front too, because being a druid in the forest who grew up in the forest, I feel like she would be kind of in front, sort of helping.
Okay. So as you come to this riverbed, you notice that the river is rushing enough to where there are large splashes of water like crashing up against the rock face here. And it looks like this is the only way across. From the other side, you begin to hear music which sounds reminiscent of pipes playing in the distance.
Do I recognize the pipes as any particular type of forest creatures?
Go ahead and give me a nature roll.
I was actually going to have Molly do the same thing.
Okay, so you get she can assist Rose.
35.
Jesus Christ.
You know that there are a couple sentient forest races that do tend to favor the pipes when playing music. Sylvans and satyrs coming to mind as most prevalent of the species.
Would I know if just walking around in their environment would make them hostile towards us?
With a 30, not necessarily. If you were just walking around their territory, they're more inclined to play a trick on you than they are to be completely hostile. The only way that they would start becoming hostile is if you started, damaging the forest or causing any sort of havoc that would disturb the peace.
Alrighty, I relay that to the party. Basically say that there might be some sylvan races about. They're particularly protective of their forests.
So don't damage the forest.
Yes, don't damage the forest. If we see anything that looks like a grove, we might want to stay away from it. That might be their circle or wherever they tend to gather.
Now, when you say don't damage the forest, what exactly do you mean?
I mean, don't inexplicably go around and ripping, things off of trees or knocking them over. If we were silly humans, cutting them down to, make logs for our cabins, things of that nature. If we're this close to if we're this close to a large gathering of sylvan creatures, they would take offense to us doing anything to harm the forest.
I see.
Molly is going to go over and inspect the water and see how deep it is.
All right, so go move where Molly's going to be going.
So I guess here?
Okay. You're about 10 feet up from the water right there.
Oh, I am. Okay. So I'd probably have to, okay, I'll have her kind of jump down a little bit.
Okay.
Down to there and just kind of inspect and see how deep the water is, maybe.
Go ahead and give me a nature roll.
Okay. Rolling for Molly. Nature is crazy high. Okay, cool.
Well, I'd hope she's a druid.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay. 19.
19. So the deepest she can determine that the deepest that the water gets is primarily in the middle, and it's about 15 feet or so down.
Oh, okay. She's gonna look back at Rose and say, they won't get offended if we just kind of move the water away, right?
What are you trying to do?
I was thinking I could create a path for us to safely walk across. I'll put the water back.
I don't know. She's just gonna try to redirect the water from.
She was gonna use control water and just kind of separate it, kind of pull like a Moses and just separate it, just enough for us to single file go through and then push it back.
Would Rose suspect that would be like a thing that would make them angry?
Not necessarily, because it's not damaging nature in any way. It's just manipulating it. And the satyrs and like most of the forest dwelling people do know of druids and are druids themselves.
Oh. So she's probably welcome among here.
Yeah. Rose goes, I don't think that'll anger them. I mean, as long as we're not persistent about it and we make our way across with haste, I don't see them getting too angry.
Okay. So she's going to go ahead and cast Control Water and basically stop one side of the river since it's rushing in one direction. She's going to stop one side and hold it up while everyone else kind of walks across. And then as soon as she gets safely across, she's going to drop it.
Okay. So Molly brings up her hands and you see just a wall of water just stop in a place as a section is just cut off as the rest of the water just begins to flow off down the river.
Okay, let's go, guys. Let's hurry up. Start walking across.
I assume the gap is right where Molly's standing.
She's going to wait for everyone to move across before she finishes up and then drops it.
I'll just fly over.
Oh, you're gonna spin over?
Okay.
I'm just gonna spin over.
Okay, and she'll go over, and as soon as everyone's over and she makes it safely across, she'll go ahead and she'll drop the spell and let the water keep rushing down.
As you drop the spell, there's a crash of water as the river begins to once again flow and pick up speed. As you get to the side over here, very foul stench begins to fill the area.
Oh, jeez, not good.
And it's rank. It almost smells like rotting flesh.
Ew. Can I, as Ash, discern if that is indeed a dead body or maybe an animal that's making that disgusting smell?
Sure, go ahead and give me give me a nature roll.
And I'm going to use Divine Sense because I think there might be an undead around.
Oh, there are tons of undead around you.
Oh.
How many?
At
in
the
60
moment,
feet?
In 60 feet, you have 6 undead around you.
I'm gonna draw my shield and draw my sword and say, there are 6 undead near us. What kind are they?
And,
15, by the way.
and 1 fiend.
Zombies. Oh, you also
I
sense a
know these
fiend.
people.
You also sense a fiend as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, is
Knowing
that
that,
Rose?
So as
I definitely
Is
know
that
the smell,
Rose?
guys. I know this undead.
yes, you sense it coming from Rose. So as you're sitting there, do I have the actual zombies that are going to be coming in?
Oh my god, is she preggers with like a fiend baby? Oh shit.
I'm gonna look at Rose. You've changed, guys. There's 6 zombies here.
So
Yeah, I can smell them.
as you say that,
Ugh.
you hear a as a zombie kind of falls out of a tree
Oh
and begins to
my.
like just slowly like stand up, and then another one pops out of this bush,
Oh, you guys have been chilling there.
and another one,
It's gross.
and another one comes out of a tree,
Why are there zombies in a tree?
and then
Good
another one.
question.
They're a
should we prepare for a
subspecies.
fight?
Three zombies.
Because D&D.
Put them here. 'Cause
Because zombie
then-
trees.
you notice that the bush that the 4 of these are coming off begins to move.
I don't like things
and-
moving.
Tentacles begin to whip out of it
I'm gonna go ahead and ignite my claws with
as
my rite of
it
flame.
stands up.
Got my blade.
And as it does that, you see like numerous bodies in this twisted mass of brambles
Ooh.
and tendrils and rotten smelling flowers. And then crashing down out of the tree is another one.
Oh crap!
I don't
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
That's not good.
And that is where we're going to leave off for the night.
Ah!
It's okay, we have a paladin.
This is fine.
This is fine.
That's good for the zombies. I don't know if the crazy plant things are undead.
Are those marbles? No, those are what are known as corpse flowers.
Oh, then
I've
yes.
heard of those.
They
No,
are
they're-
not undead.
They're not
Oh.
undead. Otherwise, I would have picked them up.
They
Well, hey, for the first time in a long time, my sword can do some radiant damage, so yay me.
they are harvesters of the dead. They are not undead.
Ooh.
They like to collect.
What I know
Mhm.
about these?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till next week.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Because if I say yes, then it's going to just keep evolving, and we're going to do combat, and we don't want to do that right now. Because it is getting to be almost 11:30.
11:30. That's nothing.
Hey,
Too bad we don't have a cleric and just turn undead.
some of us have to get up early in the morning for meetings and whatnot.
Well, I know some of that. Right now, it's almost 1:30 a.m. for me.
I'm with Groudon. It's fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
and I'm gonna be up for another 4 or 5 hours before I finally sleep.
Yay.
So,
I'm a night owl. Leave me alone.
thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of Destiny Forged.
Wait, people watch us?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Wait, I thought we were just doing this for fun.
I don't understand it.
Yes.
I
I'd
don't-
like to.
Wait, I'm not getting paid?
No.
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 None of us get paid, man. Trust me. It's not like we do voice acting or anything.
I have to say that doing grandma voices or doing like soft voices is so much damage on my throat.
Hey there, Sonny. How's it going?
Little one, how are you?
I feel you, dude. On weeks where Zale does a lot of talking, and then on Wednesdays I play my Tabaxi, who sounds just like a Khajiit. My voice is dead by
Yeah.
the end of Wednesday.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
You
when
know,
we-
I keep calling Tabaxis actually Khajiits. I'm like, oh,
I-
you're
I
a
do the same
Khajiit?
thing.
Oh, shit, no.
they're Khajiit. They're Khajiit.
I mean, I
Yeah,
was for a
horrible.
while there thinking about doing a lizard folk character that talked like this.
Oh god, you would
that'll
destroy
hurt your
throat.
voice. So you talk like Dr. Claw?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, that's I'll get you, Gadget.
Yeah, you would need a voice like
Go,
changer.
go,
dude, 'cause
gadget rocket
that's-
propeller.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you everyone for tuning in tonight, and thank you to Roll20 for sponsoring the show. Because of them, we're able to continue these shenanigans on a weekly basis. So much love to them.
Go riding unicorns.
Yeah, so you can ride unicorns and fall 200
Falling
feet
to
almost to your death.
Yes. Keyleth.
But we will be back next week, starting on Monday at 7:30 for more of our Mass Effect Horizons game, where Krogan don't know how to read hand signs. And
That's
then
hilarious.
back here on Tuesday for more Destiny Forged as the group begins to traverse the first of two forests. And we're going to be kicking off with combat against a couple corpse flowers and a bunch of zombies.
Nothing special.
And I put the cast information up in the chat. Go send all of these people follows and love. They're an amazing group of people to play with, and I'm happy that they allow me to give their lives hell every week.
I love to escape reality. It makes it fun.
This is true. This is why Ash read all the time.
Yes, and we have if this is your first time here or if you missed an episode, we have all of our episodes. Well, not all of our episodes, but we have our previous episodes. I believe, like as Zoro said at the starting round level, episode 50-ish, maybe
Like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
something like
for
that.
our show, 67.
67.
67? Okay.
All right, so there's almost about 30 episodes for you to watch if you need to catch up on anything. If this is your first time here,
But both episodes of the Mass Effect are up, and you only have 2 to catch up on if you haven't watched them.
Yep. There's also a 4-episode one-shot Sonata that HB Fox over there.
Lots of videos.
and then we had our Dragon Age game that ran for a little bit and then died because work.
If you want to see drama,
Oh, God. Do you want to see a team not working together?
Blood magic.
Yeah, like there's a lot of jokes that are made about dysfunctional parties in D&D, but man, that Dragon Age party,
Oh my
they
God.
really take the cake.
no.
Yeah.
There was a team working together for the most part, and then there was a 4th member.
And then
Yeah, there was a team working
there was the
against
Blood Mage.
one member of the team.
This
There
is
was
true.
a team though.
But there was. And we banded
yeah.
together for a common goal to take
Stop
him
To,
down.
to
Stop the Blood
harass my
Mage.
poor character.
Seriously, should have just PK'd.
But you didn't. And now the campaign's over, so you can never say that you killed her.
Yes. True.
She lived
got
on
close,
for
though.
eternity.
No. The campaign ended on Parvalon shores with a Canary with a Blood Mage. I
That's
think
true.
it's pretty safe to say I can do anything I want at that point.
But she could also just get out of there because she has that demon friend that offered to help her.
This is also unfortunately true.
See,
What a shame.
but like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, the demon was fully prepared to betray you the moment you took her up on the offer.
Oh, for sure. But I think I'd rather
Demon.
fight a demon than a whole party of adventurers.
Really?
Yeah,
We did kick your ass several times.
I have
so,
been
yeah.
hit in the back of the head by the broadside of that axe too many times.
This is true. This is true. All right, but we're gonna head on out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching tonight. We will catch you back here on Monday for more Mass Effect, and then back here on Tuesday for more Destiny Forged. Until then, have a wonderful remainder of your week, and we will see you later.
Ogren takes one more deep breath.